Pandora's box is about to open wide.
Didn't come in off Christmas song. Don't know what happened there. We were supposed to come off Ding Dong Merrily on High. But we just didn't. It's even in there and everything. I don't even know what's going on. Anyway, welcome to Pandora's Box, everyone. This is the return of the Winkleberry. Of the prodigal son. Mr. Bullwinkle. So all of a sudden we just can't hear it now.
Times, man.
I know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
We're just going woo with silence.
Yeah, he was like.
I thought he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
I was just saying before we started how it's been it's a little bit nerve-wracking on this side of things.
being literally not just on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, I'm upside down right now.
You literally, it is like Stranger Things. You're in the upside down, mate.
Boy, you turn me.
I should have recorded the whole episode with my camera just flipped around.
Yeah.
I'll do that after.
That would have been, yeah. Actually, do that, man. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe just for a minute. That would actually be pretty fun. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm liking how your room's decorated, man. You got your Star Wars poster, you got your Nirvana, you got your football shirt, your Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's been looking before. I don't know if you can see it. I got a little Nirvana one as well.
Yeah.
Before I came in and decorated, it was looking pretty insane asylum in here. It's just a room with like no windows. And it's all white. So I had to sort of make it
light behind as well. That's cool.
Yeah, I've got some candles going over there. I've got like a big golf mat that originally I went and bought a big basketball game. You know the sort of game that you would have at like an arcade where it's got like a big frame around it and you throw basketballs in. I went and bought like a little kid's version of that. So I was trying to assemble the whole thing, and then it turns out someone had broken into the box and taken away like 2 or 3 of the parts. So I kept like assembling this big basketball frame, and then there was just not enough parts to complete it, so I had to take it back and get like a golf mat.
Oh man!
Hey you guys, I'm now like throwing up on my wall.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So how long have you been in this place then?
So, I've probably been moved in here for about. I probably moved in on the 1st, so this is my 10th day.
Okay, so to be fair, you've decorated pretty quickly, really.
Oh, it was the first thing I had to do. I think I actually would have gone mental if I was staying in this place without any sort of like...
What is this place? Is it at Jake's or is it somewhere else?
No. This is like a house share that I'm just renting in on at the moment.
Cool.
I think I can stay here for like 4 months if I want to, but I'll probably like move around some point, maybe live with Jake.
Yeah.
Maybe go check out Melbourne or something like that at some point as well.
So whereabouts actually are you, man?
Now, I'm like right in the centre of Sydney.
Oh, right.
So like, if I was to walk out of my house, it would take me like 4 minutes to get to Central Station. So I'm like right in the centre of everything, which is pretty crazy. It's also like the hostels over here are so expensive. So if I was to just stay in a hostel, which would be in like a 10-bed room with people, with the beds are horrible. Ugh. It's all like grimy. Yeah. We're all like sharing showers. It's a bit of a state sometimes. Yeah. I'd be paying more than just if you were to actually come here and rent a place for like a month, which is crazy.
Oh, nice, man.
My brain can't comprehend that he's in a completely different like country at the moment.
In a different hemisphere.
Yeah. My brain can't comprehend that.
How hot is it there at the moment, man? Is it like really hot during the day?
Today's been pretty grim, to be honest.
Oh, really?
It's been like grey and a little bit of drizzle. But yesterday, we've had days that have been like 37, 38 degrees, full sun.
I'm jealous.
Like yesterday was full sun. You had to like layer up in sun cream before you went to the beach and did some swimming.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, it's very different to what I imagine it is back home.
A couple of weeks ago, I saw like...
No, it's getting so hot here, honestly.
Yeah, well on.
Yeah, we got to have the window open.
Yeah, we actually do have the window open. That's probably not surprised to hear.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, it's a nice day though. It's like blue and sunny. Yesterday was like horrible. It was all like rainy and just like non-stop rain for like a few days. But now it's like it seems to have gone and it's nice blue skies and sunshine again. But yeah, just like typical December British weather, really. Sorry, Drew. Did you say something, man? Were you going to ask something?
Are you quite close to the beach in Sydney, like in the city? But can you get to the beach like quite quickly, or is it a bit of a trek?
It's relative. I mean, in all honesty, it's a bit of a trek. I mean, I could move to the eastern suburbs. I know quite a lot of people that are out at like Coogee and Bondi Beach. So I've been like going over to meet them quite a lot. And when you're in Sydney, it doesn't seem. I'll sort of just be like, right, I'll just hop on a bus and get there. Probably takes me about an hour to get to the eastern suburbs. So it's about the distance that it would be to get to Bristol. But it doesn't seem that far when you're here because everything is so big and everything is so far apart that just seems standard.
I guess like Sydney's like the biggest city in Australia, isn't it? So I guess it's going to be. It's going to be a pretty big place.
I don't think it's the capital.
No, it's not.
It's
what's the capital of?
It's definitely the biggest one.
Isn't it like Melbourne or something?
Is it?
Well, it's not Sydney.
For some reason, I thought
it's something that's not Sydney.
For some reason, I thought Sydney was the capital of Australia.
To be fair, I only know 2 places in Australia, so.
Canberra.
Is it? Is that the capital?
Canberra.
Do you know what?
Never even know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mental one.
I feel like that's a little bit like Brazil. I think everyone like assumes that like Sao Paulo or something is, but it's like it's Brasilia. But people are like often never even heard of that. It just sounds like you're saying Brazil, but trying to be fancy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. About the capital. I think it's just because Sydney's probably the most famous place, isn't it? You just like assume.
It's got the harbour and all that, isn't it? So.
Well, it's like they're London. I guess London is our capital, but when people think of Australia,
they think no, I understand exactly what you're saying, man. How are you liking like living in the middle of a city? Is it like, obviously going from like living in Durley, which is, for people that don't know, it's like basically like suburbs, isn't it? Like nice little suburban,
little town,
little chill like village on the edge of town, like quite green and everything like that. And and obviously just to give like full context for people listening, on the off chance you've only started listening to the show in like the last month, so Bullwinkle also has a show on AW Radio at the moment. His show is Travel Tapes, is was a host of Pandora's Box for many years. I still consider you a host, man. You're just taking a hiatus.
Thank you, man. That's it.
But yeah, obviously, when was the last? When do you reckon was the last time you were even on a show or was on a Pandora's Box show? Can you think? How long have you been away now? How long have you been away, do you reckon?
Over 3 months.
You've been away over 3 months? Cool, man. Time flies, doesn't it? So, this is the first time you've been on a Pandora's Box in over 3 months. That just goes to show how much time flies. I was thinking it was like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. Like, the fact that it's nearly Christmas, I left in summer. It was still, I think the day I left, it was the last day of summer. Like, my mum was still on summer holidays.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now it's Christmas time.
Man, yeah, cool. Time, man, that's actually crazy when you think of it being like quarter of a year.
How long have you got left?
Like another 9 months.
So I arrived in Australia on October 1st because I did a month in Thailand first. So I'll be here till like October next year.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so that's the full context anyway. So Bullwinkle still works for AW. His show Travel Tapes. What time does your show Travel Tapes go out, man? Just refresh my memory.
Thursday from 8 till 9 p.m.
Yeah, so if you want to hear Bullwinkle show Travel Tapes, it's all in the name really, but you sort of like, telling your tales of your adventures and obviously playing songs along the way as well. So check that out if you want to keep up with Bullwinkle's tales. And yeah, this is basically our first catch up with the baby-faced assassin, old Baby Blues, the mayor of Winkletown, in over 3 months.
What was his updated nickname we made for him the other day?
Oh, what? Because we were saying that you're
Winkleman, wasn't it?
Big John Winkleman.
Yeah, that was it. Big John Winkleman.
Because we were saying, you're not a boy anymore. Big John Winkleman.
He's grown into a man.
We were saying like in all of like your pictures on Instagram, do you know what I mean? You just seem like you're like proper like flourishing and stuff and that. Do you know what I mean? And
he's finally 20.
I can't remember why. Because I think we were talking about all the nicknames I give people, and I was saying that you used to hate that nickname I gave you. What was it? Captain Neckbeard. And I remember the first time I ever said it, you just went, "Oh, that's not good." And I thought, yeah, to be fair, I won't call him that very often. Gotta give the guy a break, But
there is some that come in and I'm like, I don't mind that. That can stick. And then you said Captain Neckbeard, I was like, I really don't want to be Captain Neckbeard.
To be fair, that was back when you were like basically the same age that Imogen is now, and obviously, do you know what I mean? It was like, I remember it was almost like if you ever tried to grow out any like stubble, it was just unfortunate that at the time it wouldn't really grow up so much up here, would it? On your face, it would more just grow like that. So it was just like
Captain Neckbeard at the time.
Yeah, it was just like a really funny nickname. But I think one of the reasons we were saying it is because now you actually obviously can grow hair on your face. So, rocking the tash.
Hell yeah.
And the lip beard. You rocking the lip beard, as I like to call it. The lip beard.
The lip beard. What,
Yeah.
It's got I can't remember. Is it a soul patch? Is that what it's called?
I've always just called it a lip beard.
Soul
But you're probably right. That sounds way more suave than a lip beard.
Lip beard sounds like your hairy lip. I'm just growing a
Well,
couple
he kind of
hairs
does
on
have
the
a
lip.
hairy lip, doesn't he?
What's below the lip?
It's keeping his bottom lip warm.
Lip warmer.
Yeah. That's for the cloudy days.
It's quite like a Three Musketeers look as well, isn't it? Just like a tash and a lip beard,
D'Artagnan.
You've all got
Very Guy
different
Fawkes,
stuff.
I feel.
Yeah. So watch out, Parliament. Boom.
Yeah.
I like how
got years
you've
of
all
plot.
got like different types of beards. Like you've got like a big beard.
Yeah.
Drew's one's a little bit less, and then the family's one's even less.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the
it's
3 stages of
Three
beard
stages.
growth.
Yeah.
Of manhood. I'm getting there. We're all getting there.
Yeah.
And then there's Santa Claus when he's in his younger days.
Yeah.
One day you'll be like Calum.
Yeah. Well, look out for the X-rated version of the show where we'll compare our other body parts.
What the hell? That's my sign to check out.
That's the midnight show. That's the midnight show. So, man, tell us about your journey, like in chronological order. Because obviously, like, I've been chatting to you like probably most weeks, I'd say, just on like voice clips and that. But obviously, there's only so much really you can hear in little clips here and there. And it'd just be quite fun to hear your journey, literally from like the moment you left the UK. Tell us, obviously, you went to Asia,
Right.
you spent a month in Asia, been in Australia since, traveling all around Australia. Tell us about your journey, man.
All right, let me see if I
pilgrimage.
can do this for you. I've made some notes.
I thought you were like, this is my
journey.
PowerPoint
That's
presentation.
what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah.
What have I been to?
Can you still see me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
In all your
All
glory.
right, sweet. Because I can't see you guys right now. I'm looking at my notes. But
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I'll take you through the journey.
Nice, man.
So, flew out on September 1st and made my way over to Bangkok, which is of course the capital of Thailand. Spent
Also,
a
what
couple
would happen
days
if you put
just
grenade in
doing,
your
like-
pants?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why they called it that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Spent a couple days just doing like temple hopping, like going and seeing all of the sites.
Mate, I love how you said that like that's like a that's like a normal phrase. Yeah, went temple hopping, mate. Yeah, as you do. It's been temple hopping.
It is.
Yeah.
I should search up how many, how close each temple is to each other, because they seem to just be on like every other road.
Yeah.
Literally.
Really?
Literally, yeah. Kangaroos would get on well here. They'd be very spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did a lot of like temple hopping and stuff like that, and just like seeing the main parts of the city. Went to a Muay Thai. They have like a big Muay Thai stadium
Nice, man.
called Rajamarin. And I went there there was a girl that I met in Lisbon a few years ago, and she actually lives in Bangkok. So
Nice.
she was like showing me around the city, taking me to like all the best spots that the locals know, but like
Oh, nice.
tourists don't, which was cool. And we went to this Muay Thai fight with another guy that I made friends with too, who I just randomly met while I was like on the plane.
Nice,
And
man.
we got rather intoxicated at
Awesome.
this Muay Thai fight.
Mate,
Not
Thai
with
beer's good, isn't
alcohol,
it? Do they actually
with,
do they actually
Thai
drink
beer is good.
do they actually drink Singer in Thai, or is it just one of those like like touristy ones? Do you know what I mean? Because whenever you go to like a Thai restaurant, you'll have like a Singer, and I always think, God, it's such a nice like beer, isn't it? I'm not really like a massive lager
Oh,
drinker,
sure they have
but
it,
it's really
yeah.
good.
The two that they sort of drink is Singer and Chang. To be honest, I drank a lot of Chang when I was there. Chang was the main one I was drinking.
Yeah.
And actually, that was my that was my introduction. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice, yeah, because you're not actually
I
much
didn't
of a
really
beer. You're not much of a beer drinker. Are you? You've always been a cider man. But I can imagine with your travels, it's probably a lot harder to get cider, especially in Thailand.
Well, that's exactly what I thought. As soon as I like got the flight over, I was like, right, I'm going to force myself to drink beer now. So as soon as I got there, I just committed to the Changs. And,
That's why the moustache
I've now
is
got to the
thickening,
point where
man.
I quite like beers. That's it, man. Yeah, that's it. That's the evolution of Bullwinkle to Bull Man.
Yeah. Bull man. That sounds like such a. Hello, I'm Bull man.
I want to know what you're intoxicated on, and this.
Yeah, what are you intoxicated on, man?
Well,
Just some some edibles.
Just some who's watching? Is my nan gonna watch this? Is my nan gonna watch this?
I think so. I hope so.
It is. It's like the Amsterdam, Thailand is like the Amsterdam of Asia. People are saying now because like weed's legal there and stuff. So there's like shops and things. I thought it sounded.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
cool.
you can definitely get it everywhere. So I'd assume it was.
Not that he knows that from personal experience, of course.
Keys.
At least I know I can get weed when I go over there.
There you go. Imogen's hooked up.
I'm joking.
Was that weird though, being at a Muay Thai fight and with some edibles?
That meant I bet that was amazing. I would have, mate. That sounds freaking amazing.
It was almost like it was a weird experience.
Do you get a bit paranoid?
You get a bit paranoid when you get leg kicked.
A little bit, because the room's like spinning. It's all going black.
Mate.
So I put my shades on to like try and avoid what was going, so that no one would know like how.
I mean, I've got such a funny image of you right now, just like without shades, just like sat almost like comically still, just like. But in your head, it's just like.
Yeah, it was going.
People can't see me.
Yeah.
That was what I was going for. It's a full like interactive stadium as well. So like the whole ceiling is like a big, I don't know, projection, I guess, of like elephants walking over you, and like
that sounds amazing.
It's crazy. They're playing like the crazy traditional music while they're doing the fights. And one of the people that I was with turned to me while I was sat there with the glasses on, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like,
I don't know.
I was sat there, and apparently my face had gone like pale white. I was just like dripping sweat, dripping sweat, just going, "Oh god!" So I was like falling asleep while I was there, and fighting demons at this point, trying to get myself through it.
Would have been easier to get in the ring.
And also, yeah, she'd supplied the edibles. The girl next to me.
She's thinking.
And every now and again,
Drew's like, "Who's this lady?" Hook me up, bro.
Every now and again, I'd turn to my left, and we were at the point where like we couldn't really say anything else except for, "Oh, I'm really high."
Yeah.
So we
That
turn
level.
around every like 20 minutes and be like, "Oh, it's not good," and then like turn back and try to focus. So I think we were both in the same state, and also they had this big like, you know, when you go to like an American stadium and they have like kiss cams and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
They kept like putting them out in the crowd, and I was so paranoid that they were going to put one on me, and I was like, if they put one on me, I'm going to throw up.
Man, I love the idea of that. Like kiss cam going around. There's just like little couples like, and then just you're like,
How fast would they switch it back to somebody else?
Oh man, I'm really envious of this whole experience.
That was the final step that was going to like if that camera ended up on me, I was done. It was over.
And that's all you're thinking about the whole time. Is it going to be next?
Pretty much. There was a guy who hit a crazy flying knee kick.
Oh, nice, man.
Someone.
That sounds amazing.
And that sort of like brought me back to life. I actually think that was the moment I snapped back into it.
Yeah. Whoa! He just need me back into the room. That guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I saw a guy get fully Masvidal'd, and I was like, right, okay, now I'm back in it.
Yeah. Third party snapback. Oh man, that's freaking It's because it's their national sport in Thailand, isn't it? They freaking love Muay Thai. It's like in Thailand they like Muay Thai like people like football in the UK. It's like massive. It's like the amount of people that do Muay Thai or just go and watch Muay Thai casually. Apparently, there's stadiums. There's quite a lot of stadiums in Thailand, isn't it? It's not like you have to go far, really. By the sounds of things, a bit like what you were saying about the temples. It's like kebab shops and barbers in the UK. You don't have to go far. You don't have to go far, and there'll just randomly be one.
All the
they do
Turkish
it
barbers.
in like shopping centres and stuff like that. You'll just be walking
crazy,
through and
isn't
it'll be
it?
like a random impromptu like Muay Thai fight.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's crazy how little like Thailand's probably the first place I've been that's fully like third world.
Really?
And you don't really expect it to be that because you see think of like the Hangover movie and stuff like that. Because you have that aspect to it where there's massive skyrise buildings and everything is like full on luxury. But then you go to certain parts and it is like fully third world country. Like the electrical wires there are just insane. Like, it's probably thousands on a wire, and they're all like live and all like buzzing and looks insane.
No health and safety.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, definitely no health and safety. There's a lot of like rundownness to the actual cities, and like even like thinking of the Muay Thai fighters, we went to one in Chiang Mai. This was a little bit later on in my Thailand trip, and we got like little front row view seats to it, watching it, and we could see how much they were paying the fighters afterwards. And I think they were paying them like the equivalent of like £2.
That's insane, isn't it?
For like if they won the fight. It's crazy.
That is insane.
And that's for like one of the biggest stadiums in like in one of the major cities of Thailand, which is crazy.
I expect you lived pretty well while you were there, didn't you? I remember hearing before that you can stay in like 5-star, like what over here would be like 5-star hotels for like really cheap in Thailand, and just like the food and everything. You know, you'd get out for like an amazing like restaurant, like a top tier restaurant, and like pay like £2 for like your meal.
Yeah. Oh, the food is insane. Like everywhere you go, you're not paying more than like £1, £2 for like a really good meal. And the Thai food over there is just incredible. Like it's so much different to the one you get back home, and like even over here. It's really, really good. And even the alcohol, like you go to, they have 7-Elevens everywhere. I don't know what's going on with the 7-Elevens over there. It's so 7-Eleven is like,
I've heard of it before.
It's American,
isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say it's American, isn't it? Like that's what I always think of it as.
I think they must be like a massive superpower in Asia as well, because there would be certain places where there would be a 7-Eleven next to a 7-Eleven, and then across the road there'd be another 7-Eleven.
That's weird, isn't it? That's a bit strange, isn't it?
It's insane. I don't know how they like keep the doors open. All of the food is like less than £1. You'd go in and get soju, which is like the alcohol of choice we're drinking over there. It's like rice wine. Really like sweet, but so strong. I think it's like 15%.
Wow.
But it's pretty much all that anyone will drink there, because you get like a soju from 7-Eleven for like £1.50, and it will 2 of them, and you'll be like cooked for the night.
Yeah.
You know, that'll be the start of your pre-drinks, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, the 7-Elevens over there are great. Some of the food they do is insane as well.
That's amazing.
The little like ham and cheese toasties and chocolate fondants and stuff. They'll warm it all up for you there, and you can go in and buy like a little pouch of chicken for like, I don't know, 50p, and they'll like warm it up for you there, and then you just leave with like a little pouch. That
sounds amazing. Sounds better than like places like over here.
They're the best shops ever.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I really wish I could bring over to Australia with me now, or even back home.
Yeah.
They're so good. Like even if you went on a night out, then we didn't really bother with like takeaway after nights out or anything like that, or going and getting food. You just go to a 7-Eleven and get like a little feast between all of you. Like if everyone went and bought a couple things, you'd bring it back and have a little mukbang between everyone where you're all sharing the food.
Oh, mukbang.
A little cheeky mukbang.
Yeah.
Is that actually like a term over there, or is that just something you've made up?
No, mukbangs. I always asked to do a mukbang podcast.
What's a mukbang?
You just eat loads and loads and loads of food.
Right. I don't watch those sort of things. Sorry, guys. This is the first. You guys.
I'm surprised you haven't.
This is why you guys. You know, I need you guys in my life to teach me these things. We know.
Yeah.
A mukbang. That's hilarious.
Mukbang.
So did you say that the food that they eat in Thailand is actually a little bit different than, say, what you'd eat in a restaurant over here? Like a Thai restaurant over here?
I think so. I didn't have Thai food too much over here, so it's hard for me to... Or over back home.
Typical Englishman, eh? I'll have a ham and cheese toasty, please.
I think Thai food actually might now be, like, my favourite, like, cuisine. It's really good.
Mate, I love it.
But I'm hesitant to buy it here, because you'll pay like 20 quid here for like a Thai meal, whereas I'm used to it being like £1. So anything other than that, it's like I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, you resent it.
Yeah, it being like fully authentic.
Yeah,
it's really good though. It's really, really good. I can't even describe like how it's different, but it's just really good.
Nice, man. So carry on telling us your Thai adventure, my friend.
Yes, so I went from Bangkok over to the islands next, which is like going south, which is actually the opposite to what a lot of people do. So most people will go north and do like Chiang Mai and Pai and Chiang Rai, whereas I went south to then do the full moon party, which is in Koh Phangan, Koh Samui, and Koh Tao. So
sounds pretty cool. A full moon party. That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, I'll get to that because I've got some good stories from the full
Sounds
moon
like you're going to
party.
get a high and drunk there.
Yeah.
I think you could probably get anything there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so Koh Samui was like the first place I went to, and I think there is like a lot of nightlife and stuff there, but to be honest, just sort of went to the beaches there, chilled out. Like, there's a lot of fire shows. On one of the days I just did like a fire show tour where I just went from one beach club to another and watched the fire show, and then just went home after that, which is really cool. And like you were saying, like at this point I was still trying to live in luxury a little bit, so I was getting little like beach bungalows and stuff to live in rather than like living in a hostel yet. So I was just kind of like enjoying setting up the rest of my holiday, because I knew the rest of it was all going to be pretty full on. So I then went over to Koh Phangan, which is where I met my first real like big group of friends, which was Levi, Hannah, and Dev.
So these are all people that you've made friends with since you've been traveling.
Yes. So I met them on the first day in Koh Phangan, and we went to a thing called...
Where are they from, man? Where are they from? Just out of interest. Are they from like all over the world?
From London, and Hannah and Levi are from America. I think
whereabouts in America?
Might have been from Cali, and one of them... I think they might have moved further east now, though.
Okay, so you think one of them's from California, and you don't know where the other one's from?
They might have both been from Cali. It's been a while since I've seen it.
See, that would really interest me, like, where are they from? Because obviously it's like very different cultures depending on where you're from in the US, so that would really intrigue me personally. Like, where,
Yeah, I definitely would have known at the time, I think.
There's many different types of American, aren't there? There's like, you think of like New York Americans, like the people in Friends, but then you got like California Americans, and you got like Texas Americans, and like South Carolina, Louisiana, like what I mean, it's very different. You got almost like those like barbecue states where they're all just a proper like hey y'all and stuff like that. And it's almost like cowboy, and then and then you've got like more like the like North Center, like Minnesota and Ohio, and that they're more like the farmer states where it's just like mile upon mile of just like farmland and dairy farms, and where people like Brock Lesnar are from. And no,
I don't think you see as many of those traveling.
Yeah, probably not.
Stick to the farm.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Probably also the like Cali and East Coast that are like heading out. You see a lot of people from like Chicago and places like that.
Hey, Bullwinkle. Hey, Winkleberry.
So
you're like, anyway.
Moving on. So that was my like first group of friends there. And we went to the Eden party, which the only way you can access this party is by getting a boat. And the boats are just like these little rickety, like, I don't even really know how to describe them. I think they're called longboats. But they're dangerous. Like I was saying earlier, there's no health and safety in Thailand. Like, I think people have died on these before.
If you die, you die.
On the way to the Eden party.
Yeah.
Because there's like massive, if a storm comes in, it will just destroy the boat and you'll just be in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we went to this Eden party where the idea is you're not allowed to bring your phone. It's just in the middle of nowhere. There's only one way in, which is by boat. And once you get in there, it's just everyone, like, phones are away. You're not allowed to wear any shoes or socks. You actually have to climb to get there. You have to like climb through these. I don't really know how to describe. There was massive like bridges that you had to climb, which were brutal on your feet, and then also like.
What do you mean by bridges? What do you mean like these bridges you had to
like
climb?
Wooden bridges.
Why aren't you allowed just shoes or socks?
Were there like a bunch of like out of shape people that would just had to wait there at the side of the entrance because they couldn't get over they couldn't climb up?
I wouldn't be surprised because, to be honest, the walk there was pretty brutal. Like, you had to like clamber across rocks and stuff, and like it was a bit of a mission to get there. To be honest, man, it did feel like it was in the middle of nowhere. I think the idea is most people go there, party all night long, and then watch the sunrise.
Why can't you have shoes and socks? I'm so confused about that part.
I think there's a culture in Thailand of feet being sort of like disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I do hate.
Do you mean like shoes being disrespectful? Or?
Potentially, I think.
Is it the shoe or the foot that's disrespectful?
You're not allowed to point your feet at like Buddha, for example. I don't.
Right. How dare you?
Because that would be like disrespectful. So if you go,
Buddha will get up and he'll frickin' Mai Tai kick you.
Point your feet away. Yeah. I think, I just think it's the idea of them being like dirty or something like that. I think that's where it stems from. I'm not too sure on the details.
Feet are quite gross.
Yeah, feet are pretty gross. Although I would argue having your feet out is almost more gross.
Agreed.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing I think I would be a little bit. I could understand.
I'd rather have them away.
Like, so I guess it depends where you're taking your shoes off. You took your shoes off like the moment you got like off the boat, or did you take your shoes off before you, like after you went on this little?
Nah, after the climb.
Did you have to carry them with you? Or like, was there like a shoe part where everyone just had their shoes? You had to like after like assemblies, you have to like go find them.
Like in the front, there's just tons of shoes and like.
What if someone stole your shoes?
I bet, were you paranoid that your shoes were going to be gone?
Oh, you wear your cheap Asda ones from there.
Do you remember once, Drew, like at a house party of yours, Drew? I can't remember if it was like me and Josh or me and someone else. We hid Joe Wynn's shoes. Next morning, he was walking around looking for his shoes for so long, and everyone was just going like, "Nah, man, sorry, I don't know where they are." And he was like, "It's so weird. It's so weird." And I think they were like on top of the garage. We'd like put them on top of the garage. Oh, Drew, for some reason, mate, we can't hear your audio.
Yeah, Drew, you're muted.
Yeah, Drew, sorry, your audio's going.
Oh God, sorry about that.
No, yeah. So that was really funny. So you were like.
Oh man, God, that's so annoying.
No, it's all good.
I was saying because it was a launch party gig of like when I was first did like Drew bag stuff like years and years and years ago, and after that everyone got like wasted because it was in Cannington. Like there was just so many people in Cannington, so like we were like, oh yeah, you can have a house party back at mine, but it was just mental. There was like so many people, and we said everyone's got to take their shoes off, but there was just like a mound of shoes like all in the porch and outside the front of my house and stuff, and people started lobbing the shoes over my house as well, and we don't have a back garden, so they were just going into someone else's back garden and just like people were like pissed up, just kind of like lobbing the shoes over and putting them on the roof and stuff. Mental. Good times. But it wasn't because we were offended by feet, it was just because didn't want to get the carpets dirty in this case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why that like warrants lobbing
so
shoes.
Weird.
Like, we do not want to get these carpets dirty, so we better lob these shoes over the house.
There's only one way to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing we can do here. Yeah, man. So tell us. Do you know what? I'm loving how exclusive and elite this little party is that you're going to. By the way, man, I'm loving it. And as I said, I do like the idea. That the people that couldn't physically make the journey are just sort of like waiting there, sad next to the boat.
Yeah. Just hearing the like techno music in the back.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I really should have kept my fitness up. Hey, you'd be right. You'd like pirouettes there, Emma.
No, I don't think I would.
You would. You'd be like doing mental ballet moves over the rocks.
I wish.
I don't want to touch my feet on these rocks.
No, I'd be more annoyed about having to take my shoes off and socks. If I keep my socks on, I'd be happy.
Have you secretly got freakish feet?
No, I just hate feet, and I don't like having my feet out.
What? Even your feet? You don't even like your feet?
I don't like having my feet out. I have.
So like every time you ever wash, you're like
No, I just don't like having my feet out. I like usually have socks on most of the time, unless I'm like completely alone for like 5 minutes.
So when you
see my own feet.
So when you do take your socks off, are you like conscious of it the whole time?
Yeah, I don't like feeling that I have no socks on.
You're just like staring at your toes in disgust.
No, I just don't like when my mum never has any socks on and she like wiggles her toes and I hate it. I just like look in the complete opposite direction. I hate it.
I kind of want to take my shoes off and start wiggling my hairy toes. My freakish.
My dad's feet are the worst. Yeah. My dad's got like his second toe is like a finger. It's so long.
Yeah, that's what mine's like.
No, but it's like really long and really, really skinny.
Oh, that's
and it's
weird.
Really gross.
I always say that my toes look like midget's fingers. Do you mean? Like, if you think of a midget's finger, that's exactly what my toes are like. But hairy. Hairy midget's fingers. That's an image for you, isn't it? Eh?
Great, thanks.
That's all right. But go back to your tale anyway, Bullwinkle. So you climbed over these rocks. You climbed over the bridge. You climbed over the rocks. What happened when you got to this festival and you had to take your shoesies off?
I wish I could give you a really good answer. I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Fair enough, man.
It was there was a lot of sojus that were drank that night. and I can remember little bits. I remember there were loads of stray dogs around, like everywhere you went. There were like, I mean, that was pretty much just Thailand in general. Everywhere you went, there were dogs that people were just petting, and some of them would like probably have rabies, which was always a bit dodgy.
Oh,
That's a bit dangerous.
I remember there was one that I walked over at one point, and it like went to bite me, and I had to like.
Mate, imagine if you
away.
got rabies. Jesus.
No, it would have been brutal. That would have been the end of the trip pretty quick.
That's a whole year of like Australia done.
What's that Stephen King movie, like Cujo, is it? Like, where you know where like the family...
Beethoven. Beethoven, what's it called? The big...
Yeah, it's like a big St. Bernard.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
And he's like... Did you just say Beethoven?
Yeah, because that's a film with one of those dogs.
Beethoven, an old program or something that.
Beethoven.
Yeah, that's St. Bernard. It's like a loving family dog who gets rabies, and then it becomes like a horror movie where the St. Bernard's like savagely trying to kill everyone. Imagine if that just happened at your festival.
So at this place, one of the other...
Sat there smiling.
Sorry.
It was just funny. I was just like, yeah, I'm just sorry we're going to acknowledge that. Anyway,
sorry, I'm trying to like remember all of the little stories and
that's
details.
Right, man. Yeah, that's all right.
So apologies if I'm not as
right.
as I probably could be.
That's cool.
One of the things we did experience, or I experienced, because I left and then saw some of the people that I came with back on the beach because everyone was leaving by this point. I think most of them had just fallen asleep at this place,
right?
Because there was just like beds and like beanbags and stuff, so people would just go into sleep.
That's
I guess
good,
with the idea that they'd then wake up for
what a cozy place,
which is pretty cool. It was very cool, very hippie, and I left, saw some of them. I've got to go rescue the people that are still in there. We're all getting this boat back. No man left behind, sort of thing.
Nice.
So I then
army
sprinted
mentality.
Over there, had to take my
it's like D-Day in Bullwinkle's head.
Exactly. I was fully sprinting across these bridges.
Saving Private Ryan.
Probably. yeah. That's how it felt in my head. I was like sprinting across these bridges, really trying to like save these people.
Sounds like a fun mission, man. Sounds like a good mission.
It was.
Hacksaw Ridge style.
So I had my shoes and socks off at this point. I can't quite remember why. Maybe I went back in, so I had to take them off, and then couldn't be bothered to put them back on. And I like fully Home Aloned a nail. Like you know the scene in Home Alone where he like fully steps on it. It's like that was my foot on this bridge. A rusty nail on a wooden bridge in the middle of Thailand. Probably not very good for me.
Mate, that's brutal.
You need your tetanus shot.
My feet getting battered was sort of a theme of Thailand. That seemed to be all that was happening. Was just like my feet getting like cut open, and
it's a good thing that you were wasted, because obviously I expect that neutralised about 50% of the pain. I can imagine it still hurt 100%. A lot though.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I think I literally looked down after I did it and was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Is your foot better now?
No, I'm all good now. There was definitely a day or two where I thought, am I going to lose my foot here?
Did you have to like buy like some disinfectant and like just put some disinfectant on it and stuff like that?
Yeah. I think I probably would.
The last thing you want is to like get like an infected foot, isn't it? You know, amputated foot.
Like get tetanus or something like that.
Yeah, brutal.
Was it bleeding a lot?
I think I probably put my socks back on after that, so I think the socks almost acted like a plaster for it, you know? Not the blood.
High-tech bandage.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so that was the Eden party.
Did you manage to save everyone, though? Did you manage to get everyone after you stepped on the nail?
We all got the bus back together.
Nice, man.
The boat back
You're a hero, mate.
The bus.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
Yeah. And there was a casualty of my toe in the process as well.
There you go, mate. You know, but you know, life's about sacrifice, isn't it? You know.
My foot hurts now.
That's it.
Nice, man.
Story even greater.
You get the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
So
he just looks over. He's got like a little medal.
a little toe on it.
Yeah.
So the next day was the full moon party, and the full moon party is like the big one. That's like, it's a party that people will go like all from across the world just to go to this party. It's on one of the main beaches in Koh Phangan, and it goes all night long. There's like a week long of parties. That's why we went to the Eden party, is because there's like week long parties before the full moon, and it happens every month, obviously. And it was just a crazy night. Like, you go there, there's fire everywhere. There's like tens of thousands of people on this beach, all just partying, drinking, doing whatever. Pretty crazy scenes, to be honest. Like, a lot of the night we spent just like getting lost, because we had a like pretty big group of the people that were there, and it felt like every time you turn around you'd be like, where's that person gone now? So then you'd be like trying to find them all, and that was a lot of it until we got to what I think was the techno section. I don't even really know why we were going to the techno section. It's just where we ended up.
Fair enough.
A lot of people over there drink these buckets. Have you heard of like the buckets they drink in Asia?
No.
I have, just because of Meg, 'cause she had loads of those.
Yeah, there's a bit of like, there was a bit of a thing before I left, because I think some people in, I think Laos got some of these buckets, and it had like fake alcohol, and they got like ethanol poisoning.
What?
I think one of them like died. And
That's
one of them, like, went blind.
that's
So it's, like,
messed up, dude. That's
Oh
messed
my
up.
god.
It's pretty brutal. Like, a lot of these, you can't really trust them, because a lot of the bottles that they'll be pouring into them will already be opened and probably used with like just random alcohol. Like, it's not actually Bacardi.
Why would you think that's a pretty like twisted thing to do, isn't it? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Why the hell would you do that?
Cheaper than alcohol, but it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't stop me from getting a few buckets, but
This is when we this is when we find out that you're actually blind. You actually can't see us. You're just just like,
I was making up the notes.
yeah. You're just like you put your camera down. There's loads of like braille in front of you.
I'll get up and go to the toilet afterwards, and you'll just see me like walking out with a
With
stick.
one of those white and red sticks. Yeah.
That's why I had his sunglasses on.
Yeah.
So, where was I?
You were having these buckets.
Yes,
At the moon
and I
party.
decided that
Techno.
I was gonna make a sandcastle on the beach, right?
Nice. Naturally.
So there was a massive group of us by this point, probably about 20 people, all dancing, having fun. Like, all people we didn't really know, just coming and joining our group, all having a bit of a boogie. And I built this sandcastle.
Nice.
And I got down and I was like, right, everyone shh. And I blessed the sandcastle, right? I made it a holy building.
Nice. The church
And
of
that
Winkle.
sandcastle then became our base for the rest of like the night, pretty much.
Nice.
Where we all just danced around this sandcastle. Everyone was like messing around with it. If anyone came over and like knocked it over, then they would be forced by the rest of the group to then go and build a new sandcastle.
This is like, mate. This is how religion spreads.
It honestly felt like that.
Yeah.
Because every time that we build a new one, it felt like more people would come over, because they'd be like, what the hell's going on in that circle?
Nice.
So it got to a point where there was like a massive group of us all just like in a circle around this one sandcastle that we were all dancing around.
Sounds great,
And
man.
that, to be honest, was like what we did until about 5 a.m. at the full moon party. We were probably there for a good 5 hours.
In the sandcastle.
Man, that sounds great. That sounds great.
Yeah. So that was a lot of the partying sort of done, which then marked my move over to Koh Tao. And I'll probably be on Koh Tao for a little while, because Koh Tao is like, it's paradise. It's known as Murder Island. Is a good place to start, I suppose.
Nice.
I think it's actually
Relaxing.
ran by the mafia over there,
Nice.
which is pretty crazy. But it's just a paradise. Like, everything over there is beautiful.
Unless you're murdered.
Everyone gets these little motorbikes and mopeds and like just drives around to these insane beaches. That's it. And it's also like a massive diving spot. So it's, I think, the cheapest place to get your diving license in Asia, maybe in the world. It would be up there in the world anyway. And there's just like beautiful coral reefs, whale sharks all the
Oh,
time.
amazing, man.
So this is where...
Did you see a whale shark?
This is where I went and got my... Unfortunately not, man. We were so unlucky. Like, I went and got my license there, my diving license, which takes about 3 days.
Pretty cool that you got a diving license now. How long does that last?
Yeah, man. Forever. You never
so
have
good.
to redo it.
That's crazy.
That's so good.
I could turn up and I'm like, if I get to 99, I could turn up and show them a photo of like 18-year-old me on my license.
Nice.
And then be like, yeah, I can dive. And they just accept it, which is crazy.
Fair play.
I think my dad still the one that he uses like has a photo of him from like around my age. I think he's like 21 in this photo.
No way.
So whenever he goes and dives, he shows that like same license that he got all those years ago.
Nice.
Which is pretty crazy. Yeah, we got really unlucky with the dives in some senses. Like the day before we started, they saw whale sharks, and the day after we finished our course, they saw whale sharks. So we were like right in the middle of the days that they didn't.
Oh.
But man, we just saw some like crazy things. Had like the most fun. Like there were so many schools of fish, and there were like so many stingrays.
I thought it was going to say schools of kids then.
Pufferfish. That would be a very different kind of dive.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you creep.
Yeah. What the hell?
What are they doing in there?
What sort of fish did you see, man? What sort of like marine wildlife did you see? Stingrays.
Like a lot of turtles. We saw some octopus, stingrays.
Nice. What, like any big octopus?
Just little reef ones.
Chill little fellas.
So they're like probably smaller than my hand, but our guy put our diving instructor, his name is Tom. He put a little camera down. He'd bring down like a little camera with him, so he'd take like loads of photos with us and get videos of the fish and everything.
That's so cool.
We then got later on.
I wondered how because you put some photos of your dive on Instagram, didn't you? And I wondered how you got those photos.
Yeah. Well, I did 2 different diving sessions. So when I got to Australia, I did another one. So I'll get to that like a little bit later on in the show, I suppose. Yeah. But for now, this was just serene. Like everything in Koh Tao was beautiful. We went to this one beach called Tanote Bay, which had this rock, which I think they said was 14 meters, maybe 14 meters high. Right. Massive. Right, huge rock, just in the middle of the ocean. You swim out to it, and there's one little rope that you have to pull yourself up on, like literally walking vertically up the rope, off the rock. If you've slipped off that rope, you die, because there's just rock at the bottom and like coral at the bottom. If you fall, 12 meters vertically onto rock, you're done for. So that was crazy. So we went over and climbed this massive rock and jumped off it, which is probably the most insane thing I've ever done. Like, that's easily the dodgiest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, just climbing up that rock. There were points where your hands would be slipping. Yeah. It's just a slippy rock that everyone's been like climbing up.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Like I say again, no health and safety in Thailand.
Easy to like break some bones or smash your head open.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. So we went up and there was 2 different ones. There was one that was about 10 meters, one that was about 14. We jumped off the 14 one because we thought since we'd risked our lives anyway to get to this
point, YOLO.
Well. Exactly. Yeah. That was the big one. And set a bit of a trend, people then doing the big one afterwards. So we were sat in the ocean just watching people jump off this rock that were like all terrified beforehand. And there were 2 people that nearly like, it was a bit shaky. Wow. Like one of them jumped in and sort of like rotated back. So they like back flopped into the water from like 40
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt, man.
It was insane. Like there was a second where when they hit the water, you're like, oh, are they okay? And then as soon as they sort of come up, you're like,
I bet they were in pain though. I bet they were in pain.
Oh, 100%. I think they probably regretted doing that jump.
Because I think
there was someone
even if you like belly flop from like 2 meters, it hurts.
That would so be my luck. I'd be the one who like goes in head first or something.
Yeah.
It hurts your feet even diving. Like you can dive in like a pencil and it still hurts your feet. Like that's how hard it is when you're hitting the surface.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And there was someone else after. So off this big rock, you kind of had to like dive in a little bit, rather than like you had to jump forward basically because there was coral underneath. And this one person just like, I don't know why they did this, but they just took like 1 step off, so they were like not far from the rock at all. And
that's so dumb.
The whole time they were falling, like
that's so dumb.
Everyone was sort of cheering beforehand because you're all trying to hype each other up. The second they jumped, it just fell silent because everyone was like, oh no, that's bad. So they hit the water, and again, you're sort of thinking, is that person like actually dead now, or like broken legs? Like what have we just witnessed? They came up, and I think they were okay, but that was definitely one of the most. Like,
I expect they were. Yeah, again, I reckon they probably were in a bit of pain. Probably, but we're just lucky that it wasn't serious.
I would imagine.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Like, why would you do that? Why would you just take one step off? Like, surely in your head you'd think, yeah, obviously the more you jump, the deeper it's going to be. The deeper the water's going to be that you jump into.
I guess fear kind of just paralyzes you, and you
actually end up doing stupid stuff.
Really high.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, it sounds obvious, doesn't it? Yeah, it sounds obvious, but it is like super dangerous. Emily's sister Becky, she used to go cliff jumping quite a lot in Cornwall because she lives in Cornwall, and she did it like loads. And obviously, like there were a couple of times that it was like a little bit hairy, but it was always she'd always sort of be okay. But she never does it anymore because one day she literally did it, and it was like a little bit of a choppy day, and she when she jumped. While she was in midair, the current pulled the water out, and then all of a sudden the water was only like half as shallow as it was when she jumped, literally in like a split second, and she hit the water and then smashed her head on a rock which wasn't viewable when she jumped, and then her head apparently ballooned up 4 times the size, and she literally, it was her head was just massively swollen, and she had to go to the hospital and everything, was massively concussed and had a bleeding head and everything, and ever since then she's just I'm probably just going to pack it in now. Do you know what I mean? Not going to tempt fate anymore. She's probably done 100 cliff jumps in her life or something like that, and she's I'm just going to leave it at that now. Probably don't want to get any more brain damage or risk dying.
Yeah, that is brutal. I can't understand the people that do it first as well. Some people turn up to a place and oh, that looks jumpable, and just jump in.
Yeah.
But you don't really actually know how shallow it is or what the dangers are down there, which
I guess
something
societies need those sort of people, because otherwise we wouldn't know what mushrooms were okay, would we? Do you know what I mean? You always just right, these are the guinea pigs of society. They're the ones that jump first, try all the dodgy looking food first, and then you're oh yeah, it's okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
Do you remember Paralysed to Haygrove that time?
Sorry, what's that,
man? He was in a wheelchair, and he gave a speech to the assembly and everything, and he was fully paralysed in a wheelchair. It might have been up north or something, but I remember it definitely came to school and gave a talk. Right, and he'd basically jumped off a bridge into a river, just doing diving like that, and it was just super shallow, and where he dived, he just went down and broke his neck, and he's just paralysed completely all through his body now, and he's just in this little wheelchair trying to raise awareness about it, around schools and stuff. And I was man, that's savage.
Do you know what, my mum won't let me cliff jump. No, she my brother used to always want to jump off a bridge into water and stuff like that, where all his mates used
I've only ever done one high jump. No. In Costa Rica.
If my mum ever found out we did that, she would fully murder us.
Yeah.
Heavily murder us.
I mean, yeah, I think that's probably natural.
I would be deader than dead.
Yeah. You'd be deader than if you actually died in the cliff jump. Yeah.
I think I'd be in more pain from my mum than actually falling on a rock or anything.
You turn up to do a chat to the school, but you'd be paralysed, but it would be because your mum had paralysed you.
Yeah, don't do it. Your mum will hit you.
Yeah. Listen to your parents. That would be the whole point of your.
Or my luck would be the one time I did actually do it to rebel against my mum. I'd end up falling into a rock or something.
You just come in one day like Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
Hello, Calum.
How are you?
This is good times. Yeah.
Daft Punk song.
Yeah. Yeah, she writes her own Daft Punk song, yeah. Yes, continue your tale, man.
Yeah, so to be honest, that was most of it for Cacao, a lot of crazy drives and just big nights. We went to the jungle party, which again, just can't remember a whole lot of. I think I was one of the last people there. I think I was the last people there, and we were all leaving together. And then I was again. I think I was for some reason on my hero arc again, where I was I'm gonna find them.
Nice,
and I was looking for someone that had probably left 3 hours ago.
Nice.
So I ended up just being there a little bit later than everyone. But that was fun. This whole period of the islands was a lot of just drinking and partying and doing crazy experiences on the beaches, just really good times, really fun times. I had a little bit of sort of a I had a little bit of time after this that was almost a bit of a down period, where I went to Calsoc.
So Drew's a sad face then.
Bit of a down period.
Bit of a downer.
Not a down period in that sense. A down period.
Bullwinkle suddenly hit a wave of depression. Had like a week to himself. Did some soul searching.
It's when he was trying to save people and he couldn't save them.
Yeah. Why? Why, God? Why?
No.
No matter where you go, I will find you. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, not a down.
You were just chilling.
Of depression.
You were chilling.
But just chilling out.
You were chilling out, man. Good to hear.
Vibing with nature. Like, we went to Calum, which are these flooded lakes.
That's what my socks are called, mate.
I think at one point...
So that's what my socks are called. Cal socks. That's such a dad joke, isn't it?
I like that one.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Drew socks, Nat socks, Imo socks, Cal socks.
Drew socks. Man, you definitely.
Imagine if you found out there were places in Thailand with all those other names as well. You'd be like,
what?
There's like a weird sock conspiracy. It's like a weird sock conspiracy going on.
In my sock?
Yeah.
So, Calsock is sort of like, it's, at one point there would have been no water. I don't know what's caused the water now, but it's all just flooded. Tons of like elephants, water buffalo, monkeys, tigers.
Swimming elephants.
This is where I was showing you like ages ago, Cal, where there's like just crazy animals everywhere. Like, tons of stuff that can kill you. And you go out and stay on these little like water bungalows. So they're just like little wooden shacks that are on the lake, just floating.
That sounds so cool.
And that's like where you stay, and you can like canoe around. The boats will take you out. We went to this cave that had like spiders that were like bigger than my hand, just in the dark.
Imogen would hate. Imogen would hate that. There's like a little spider that just like lives down in the like our little storeroom downstairs. And it's probably it's like one of those British wanderers. It's probably about that big. Imogen like hates that even.
Yeah, you purposely lock me in there.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But...
No, but you shut the door with me the other week.
I did try and call it. Yeah, I did try and do that a bit. Yeah.
Don't even try and deny it.
You got to get a kick somehow, haven't you? You know. Imagine what it'd be like if we were there together.
Oh,
I'd be like throwing them at you.
I would like.
Imogen, right?
I think I would have a heart attack and like die. Honestly, I'd just like sit in the corner and cry, rocking back and forth, like no.
Do you have a nice holiday? No, actually, I didn't.
No, Calum was there.
Calum threw spiders at me. Yeah.
I actually found that in the caves, the craziest or the creepiest thing to me was the bats.
Yeah.
Because they just
I don't mind
like
bats.
Thousands of little bats, and they're like cave bats, so they're all like hanging upside down, just cool. Blind, but also just like twitching on the walls the whole time, going crazy. And then randomly they'll like drop and swoop past you and like nearly hit you in the head. And they really creep me out. I didn't like
that sounds fun.
That sounds so good. Between that and then the hand-sized spiders, yeah, what an ordeal.
Yeah. If you were looking down, there were spiders everywhere about the size of your hand. If you were looking up, there was a million of these things going crazy.
Man, I love that. What an ordeal. What a bombardment of nature.
It was, and at this point as well, I cut my foot on some coral in Koh Tao.
Mate,
poor feet.
So you're already still healing, I imagine, at this point from your nail injury. And we were like,
my nail was just my nail one was just about getting there. And then
was it on the other foot or the same foot?
Oh, other foot?
Oh, so he's like just hobbling everywhere.
Yeah, my feet were getting battered at this point. There was a whole lot of just like walking around beaches and like. Actually, there was this one guy that really was annoying me. So we went scuba diving.
There's always one.
Not scuba diving, like snorkeling. And he didn't bring a snorkel, and he was just a bit of an annoying character anyway, to be honest.
Where was he from?
Has he pushed them in a bush?
Where was he from, man?
No, but he did ruin my feet via this story. So we were out there snorkeling, and he was just like swimming alongside us, and he'd been annoying me all day. He kept calling me Ali A, which is a reference you guys won't get, but
I
it's
get
a
it.
reference that I didn't really want to be called.
Bit of a weird one.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. Do you know what it
It's
is?
like a gaming YouTuber from
gaming
back in the day.
Ah.
Annoying. He kept calling me Ali A because he said that I sound like Ali A, and I was like really defensive about it. I was like, no, I don't.
I don't hear it.
Got back to the hostel that day and listened to an Ali A video, and I was like, oh, I really do sound like
I don't hear it.
if you listen to me and then
I always thought that Drew sounded like Dan TDM a bit.
Who are these people, Drew? Who are these people, mate?
He's a great Minecraft YouTuber from back in the day.
There you go. It turns out it is Drew.
It's a compliment, don't worry.
maybe we should have just both been Minecraft YouTubers, Drew.
Yeah.
Never even played it.
No, neither have I, man. It's very much like our generation just don't play Minecraft, do they?
Is it like The Sims, but like
No.
next level?
No.
Not
No.
really. It's more like Lego, but digital.
I remember once you full on told me like in depth about it, Bullwinkle, and I found it pretty interesting.
Minecraft's great.
I think you were telling me about how there's like something like at night time there's like horrible creatures
it's
and stuff,
horrible.
and it gets a bit mental.
Imogen's a beaver on hers.
What? I'm a what?
Imogen's a beaver on her Minecraft. You told us, remember?
I thought you just made that up as a joke then. I was like, that is well random.
What did I say?
That is well random.
Remember when we were talking about the beavers and you said and they make that little thing on the little cave under the water and you were like, that's like what I do on Minecraft?
Oh yeah, like the houses.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry,
I
that
thought
does
you
ring
meant,
a bell.
I was like, there's no beavers in Minecraft. What are you on about?
Oh yeah, you've made it. No, yeah, Imogen's made a little
house.
Yeah, no, I remember now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's on my old world. I've got a better one now. I made Tyler build the whole house.
Oh, nice. You know how beavers like they make their home like under, so, like you can only access it by going underwater.
Like a little burrow.
Imogen's made a house like that in Minecraft, and you said obviously because it's the safest way to do it.
Yeah, because then like
Nothing can
the only thing that can enter is like they drowned, and they're like boring
The
anyway.
drown,
They die anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
It's actually got a cool like considering that it's a game that originally was just sort of made to be a bit like Lego but in video game form. Like you go to like these different portals in different realms where there's all these like creepy creatures, and then the whole point of the game is to like make your way to the end, which is its own dimension where they have the Ender Dragon, and you have to slay the dragon to beat the game.
Oh, and the Nether's so scary now with the new update. Like honestly, it's I cry whenever I go there. I'm like screaming the whole time. One of my friends refuses to go there. He's like, oh, it's too scary. And I don't actually cry. Like I just hide in the walls.
Right.
I dig like a size of my character and then just hide in there.
Funny.
And
it's mad. It's
throw
like
my sword everywhere.
It's a full-on cultural phenomenon, isn't it? Like even though as someone that's never played it, I can like see how relevant and like amazing it is to like
it's so good.
So like the generation
Evie
below
would
ours
love it without the monsters.
Yeah, I'm sure. Didn't you say that there's like a safe mode?
Yeah,
you can play for
you can play on like peaceful. If you're on survival, you can just do like a creative world, but you can just build anything.
Yeah,
it's great.
So where was this annoying guy from, Bullwinkle? Just out of interest, can you remember?
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Hello, would you like a crepe?
You sound like Ali.
Crepe and a pancake.
He was really loud and annoying.
I'm just thinking of like Gold Member from Austin Powers 3. Don't know if you've ever seen that, but
I've not seen it.
No, I'm so surprised you haven't seen it. Josh loves the Austin Powers movies. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, just to wrap this story up, we got over to the whole point was we were trying to like snorkel to see sharks and turtles, and we got over there and he was like, "Oh man, I'd been looking for ages." He was like, "Man, do you mind if I like borrow your snorkel?" I was like, "No, go for it." So we borrowed the snorkel, like went down with the mask, and instantly saw like some turtles and sharks, and was like, "Oh, over here, man, over here." So he like guided me over to this place, but for some reason didn't like come to me or whatever. He just like sat there. So then I came over to him, and he didn't tell me that the coral was like ridiculously shallow. So then he hands me this thing, and I just like fully clash into this massive thing of coral and like cut up my whole foot, which was brutal.
Yeah, some of it's like razor sharp, isn't it?
Oh, it's really bad. It's got like tons of bacteria in it as well, so it can get infected really easily. Like I was more certain that my foot was cooked on that one than the nail.
Right.
I thought it was over for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looked really bad, to be honest. It looked like really, it looked like it was going to kill me.
Oh, Jesus.
Just kind of, I did actually go to, in the end, I went to like a pharmacy over there, and the doctor just looked at my foot and was like, "You're all right," and then just sent me out.
Oh, right.
And like didn't charge me.
Okay, sounds.
Which was actually really sad.
Yeah.
I think that was the same place where I went and got a like Thai massage while I was over there, because everyone was going on about how you got to go and get a Thai massage, right?
Ping pong show? Happy ending?
Not that kind of massage. No. Well, actually, I didn't even get to the ending of the massage because I got in there and realised that I really don't like massages.
I hate
massages. I don't think it was for me at all.
That's
real.
That's the Josh in you, that is.
No, that's so real. I don't like people touching. It's horrible, isn't it? And it's like ticklish.
They're quite heavy-handed, the Thai ones. They're quite rough, aren't they, as well, like when they do it?
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
So the way I described it on the show afterwards was it was like going in a UFC match with a bear, but you have to like...
But you're not allowed to fight back. Imagine if you did.
You just
Plot twist! Boom!
Well, I think the final straw was at one point I was like lying on my back and she had my arms like this, like held up, and she was stood on my back. She was fully stood on my back, and I think I turned around and I just went, "Oh, I've got to leave."
Mate, I love that so much. That's such a good story.
She got really defensive and was like, "You can't leave. Why do you want to leave?
You can't leave. You can't leave."
It was like that, and I was like, "No, I've just, you've done really well. I've got to go.
It's not you. It's me."
Were you like, "I'll still pay you. Just let me leave."
Yeah.
I love
and
that she was like,
she
"You
got
can't."
over like. She called over another person that was then like, once I'd explained it to her, I then had to explain to this other person like, "No, I just want to go, like I've just got to meet someone, like I'm just under a time constraint."
Yeah.
And then she called over another person, so it felt like I was having to explain this entire shop, like yeah, I always felt like being like, "Well, then just finish the massage, fine, do what you want,
Fine, just kill me, why don't you, eh?
Exactly.
Just kill me and be done with it, so I can leave in one form or another."
Stand on my back that bad,
Mate, they sound like sadomasochists, dude. These freaking.
They just really wanted to touch you. Yeah.
They probably really want to touch everyone. That's why they're in the job.
The happy ending.
I don't think they're actual like masseuses, are they? I think they're just people that like want to
brutalising
get
people
into the tourism industry. So they just like, they're like, "Yeah, I can do a massage," and then you turn up and they're like, "Pow, pow."
Yeah.
Did you see any ladyboys?
Oh, tons. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably
Were there actually tons?
Yeah.
Mate.
It's
a mad
clearly
thing
like
over there, isn't it?
He probably loved
it's
it.
clearly just like fully in their culture. Like it's not something that you could really like avoid because it's just everywhere.
That's so crazy.
Oh god.
He didn't want to avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just fully the culture.
I was just like, I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
That guy actually looks like a chick, because a lot of them, like, they actually look like beautiful women still, don't they, and stuff, and then it's like, must be a bit confusing after a couple.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that you wouldn't even like know at all. And then like on top of that, what I found really weird is the culture of the prostitution and stuff over there, particularly in like the cities. Like
they just crawl under your table.
You go to Bangkok and there's like every couple of steps there'll be someone that like grabs you and they're like, "Come with me," and you'll be like, no. Like if you're walking home at night, you will just be touched all night long by just people
He enjoyed it.
up across the street the entire way.
Drew's like, "Mate, I need to go to Bangkok, man."
Yeah.
That sounds freaking great.
No, I'm going to Thailand next year. Don't say this. I'm going to get touched all the time.
I'd say.
Women.
Now my boyfriend's going to get touched all the time. Great.
Would you be that bothered?
He'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
With all the lady men touching him.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, because I bet a lot of them are lady guys that are like prostitutes and stuff.
My dad can't wait.
Did you feel like you had like a little bit of like a sixth sense, like even if they like looked pretty legit? Were you like, was your gaydar like pinging?
Gaydar.
Were you like? Ding.
That's what I want to know, because apparently some of them are really like, you can't tell.
You were like,
"What? Well, surely you could tell."
Yeah. Because
I don't think you could tell.
It's a feel.
That's
Do you
mad, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
I don't think you could tell.
Do you reckon?
I think there wouldn't be any like giveaway. So I think it's such a common thing over there that it would be just like so.
What, and they've perfected the craft of looking so much like women that it's just.
Well, Asians have less like beard hair and that sometimes as well. So probably some of them just don't have any like. Do you know what I mean? Like beard hair whatsoever and stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's like if I tried it, I probably wouldn't get a very.
You look like a drawing of me up there.
Yeah.
You know, white guy, that's like comes from Sweden or something. Do you know what I mean? They're like
Hello, I'm a woman. Could I fondle your balls? No, you can't, Hans. Actually, frickin' Olaf, go frickin' fish some herring or something, mate.
I don't think you'd get away with it, Cal.
What do you mean? He's a beautiful one.
I'll get a frickin' job as a masseuse over there, just frickin' elbowing people in the back and stuff. How'd you like?
Drop on them.
Like jumping up, frickin' pulling my legs back.
Tap out.
Yeah.
Oh, I did feel like when I was getting mine, there was only a matter of time before she pulled out a ladder and was gonna like drop a swanton bomb on you.
Get a chair and like whack you a chair.
That's her like finishing move. Like literally, that's how she ends the massive.
Yeah, that's why they were so annoyed when I was trying to leave because they're like, I didn't even get to like.
Didn't even get to do a swanton. Yeah. I love the idea that like you're on the table and then literally the massage ends when the table collapses.
Yeah.
It's like a tables match.
A referee in the corner, and I didn't even realise. Yeah,
it's like a table match in WWE. That's so good. Do you think it was just because of the pain aspect of the massage? Do you just think that you're not a fan of massages in general now, and that's made you realise? Because I know that like the reason I say that's the Josh in you is because Josh is just a sort of person that would like hate that, isn't he? Like I could just imagine like Josh.
I think it's just the Josh in there.
Yeah. Just I could just imagine
I wouldn't like a real rough one.
No,
I'd like a nice.
But I think like even just like I think that like to some people, I think just the idea of like, what I'm gonna like pay somebody I don't know just to like feel my body while I'm like basically naked.
That's what I don't like.
It's like almost,
and it's also ticklish.
Yeah, whereas like I feel like, obviously some people are just like but it just feels really good and it's just really nice and relaxing. So
last time I went for a massage,
that's sort of how I felt going into it.
I was like topless under there, and they kept on like pulling it down, and I was like, no, I'm pulling it up, not down. Stop pulling it down. I'm like 8. Stop. I don't like it.
Oh man!
They kept on like rubbing my face.
Going into it.
Yeah.
Scary.
Don't go for another massage, Emma.
Yeah, but I got a free one when I get to my hotel in Thailand.
So,
I get a free one.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. It's a free massage. Do I want to pass it up?
By the sounds of things.
But I don't like massages.
Shouldn't.
Oh yeah, true. I might get like slam dunked.
Yeah, you're gonna get stood on.
Wait, slam dunk? That's basketball.
Yeah. You're going to get turned into a ball and then they're going to try and slam dunk you.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's that one finishing me.
Someone will stand like a net and then boom.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, you had your brutal experience of the masseuse anyway, Winkle.
Yeah, saw some monkeys, saw some... What else did we see?
Did any monkeys try it on with you? Not like sexually. Did they like get, try and nick your food or anything? Do you want to clarify?
I saw a guy got robbed by a monkey, which was quite funny.
Got mugged by a monkey.
This like really stupid looking English guy.
I love how you were like dissing.
Hey, you can't call them that.
Really stupid looking. What, you got the monkey?
Didn't he just call an English guy a monkey?
No, he said the English guy looked really stupid. He got mugged by a monkey.
Oh, okay. I heard that wrong.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. He was. Well, it was this group of guys that went to. It was a place called the Tiger Temple, which was some of the most intense exercise I'd ever done. You had to do this massive hike up all these like really steep steps to get to this temple that was like on top of a mountain. That allegedly there was like once a tiger up there, because there was like tiger marks scratched into the mountain and stuff, which is cool.
Very cool.
There was actually a dog up there when I got up there, which was a bit crazy and sad. It was clearly like a stray dog. And it was like the only way to get up here is up these like thousands. I think it was like 2,000 steps that were all like really steep. So God knows how that dog got up there. and I don't think it's getting down.
Oh, you should
know
have carried it down.
I thought you were going to say they're trying to pass it off as a tiger, and I was like, that's lame, isn't it?
Maybe.
Look at that
Painting
tiger.
stripes on it.
Yeah. This is the magic mystical tiger. Of
He's doing the accent again.
To be fair, that was more of like
Oh, you did on
that was
Monday.
that was more of like a Japanese
Yeah,
accent.
that's what I was
to be fair, wasn't it?
thinking.
Oh, look at that mystical tiger.
But that was where a lot of the monkeys were as well, like just sort of eating food, taking stuff off people, and these guys just had this little 7-Eleven bag full of food, and I just saw this monkey run right up to him and just grab the bag off him and just run off, and the guy was like looking at him like, what the hell, man, what the hell?
Monkey.
So that was the only that was the only sort of monkey mugging that I saw.
Nice. Were you just like smart?
Luckily,
Did
I
you just
didn't
not really take anything with you that would like entice the monkeys?
For sure. If I knew I was going where monkeys were going to be, I didn't like want any food or drink on me, because I feel like they are just going to pop you.
That's like the level up from the UK equivalent, which is like trying to eat like a portion of chips on a beach. Do you know what I mean?
Seagulls.
Yeah, with the seagulls.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be like level
Exactly
1.
the same.
Level 2 is trying to eat a sandwich in the tiger temple in Thailand with the monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah. So really, the British guys should have known. They should have had the experience from the seagulls.
Yeah.
But that was my down period time, like just doing all of that stuff. Before I headed back up to the north now of Thailand, which is where you go to Chiang Mai and Pai. So I flew to Chiang Mai, and then, well, actually my luggage got lost for a day, so I had to spend another day in Chiang Mai, because they just didn't send my luggage on the plane, which is really annoying.
It's not what you want, is it?
I mean, I made the most out of it and just went to a Muay Thai fight anyway, which is cool.
Nice, man.
But then it really got good again when I headed over to Pai. So to get to Pai, you have this 4-hour bus journey, which is actually no distance at all. But the entire thing is just like that, winding roads all around this mountain scape. Very beautiful. It's known to make people very motion sick. I mean, it didn't make me motion sick, but it was just a bit of a crazy drive. And then when you get to Pai, Drew, you'd love it. If anyone that I know would love it, you'd love it. It was probably my favourite place in Thailand alongside a hotel. It's just this really cool, it's got a bit of a hippie vibe, a bit of a Glastonbury kind of vibe. Everyone just kind of goes there, chills out, gets bikes, and in the daytime you just go on little expeditions down to the hot
Drew's making a note. He's like, Pai, Thailand, go there. Pai, Thailand, go there.
Meg's told me about it loads as well, and I think I was going to ask her. I think that's what she said. Oh, you need to go there.
Pai was the highlight. It was so.
It was the pilot.
Sounds silly, but it was quite spiritual. Everyone kind of went there, and going to see the sunset was a massive deal each day. You knew that everyone was going to be at these crazy rice fields for the sunset, where you could just see them setting over the mountains.
Rice
People would all be playing
fields?
guitar and cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's rice fields everywhere. The rice fields there.
Rice growing fields?
Where do you think they get rice from, Emma?
Well, I just thought they came from a packet.
Where do you think they get where do you think they get them from to put them in the packet?
I don't really know, to be fair. I don't.
Thailand, rice fields.
There you go.
Oh.
It's
Is it just fields of loads of little rice bits?
Like
in it?
Thailand.
Do they
Vietnam,
grow on a little bush, a little flower? Or something?
Yeah, I think
it's more like grass.
I think up until about 40 years ago, rice made up something like 90% of people in Thailand and Vietnam's diet.
How do they grow though? Is it like a pineapple they grow in a bush? Or is it like a wheat?
It's more it looks more grass-like.
Oh,
Yeah,
It looks like
it's big.
how do they turn into the little things then? How do they turn into the little rice things then?
I think they grow inside of the seed, almost like a little pod sort of.
Yeah, I mean,
like poppy seed. They you have to shake them out.
I mean, similar to a lot of things. I mean, it's when you see sweet corn
peas
and
in
it's
a pod.
just grows on a thing,
Yeah,
but it's
true.
it's, yeah.
I don't really eat rice.
Or wheat. You see wheat and it's just looks basically like a big piece of grass with some little bits. You know what I mean?
So is it just kind of like raw wheat? Kind of like wheat then?
Yeah, kind of like they said. It's a big long grassy type thing.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Wasn't it a big reason why Asians in general are shorter?
Yeah.
And
yeah, apparently.
their diet.
I remember hearing that
rice, for example.
the average height of Japanese people has gone up something like 4 inches in the last 100 years, and it's predominantly because since they've had more interaction with the West, they've like increased their consumption of beef loads.
That's crazy.
And it's literally made them grow a lot taller.
So I need to stop eating meat so I can shrink.
No, it's good that you're tall.
No, it's good, yeah.
Can't wear heels though.
What were we saying the other day, Imogen?
What were we saying?
About height. Do you remember?
No.
You don't remember this conversation?
We have a lot of conversations.
Yeah, to be fair. No, we were saying that I think there's an unwritten rule, really, isn't it? That it is just good to be tall, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'd rather be really tall than like really, really small.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can like see everything. I'm really noisy, so I can see over everyone's head.
Yeah.
But
It's nice being at gigs and you're like, I can see over most people's heads right now.
yeah, but sometimes I want to be the
I'm stuck behind someone's
person.
shoulders.
Sometimes I want to be the person whose head's being seen over instead of the other way around.
Well, we'll have to get a psychologist on that one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
My brother's a psychologist. I got this.
Yeah, boom. There you go.
Oh.
That can be a discussion on the podcast at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll get him in.
I mean, you're very, very tall for a girl, but I don't think you're so freakishly tall that like.
Yeah, but I can't wear heels.
If I was stood behind you, I'd still be able to look over your head.
You should just wear heels still. That'd be awesome.
No, because
Just,
I'm like a
really,
giant.
really
I'm like
tall.
at the same height as my like 6'4" brother. Whenever I wear like my highest heels I've got,
That's pretty good.
There you go.
it's horrible.
That's cool.
No, it's not.
No, it's cool.
I do sometimes think it's like I think if you're being honest, sometimes you are a bit like whoa. Like sometimes if I'm in like public and I see a woman and she's the same height as me, and I look at her feet and she's just wearing flats, I'm like,
Damn,
whoa.
she big.
whoa. That's like that's some rare breed of chick you got going on.
Whoa, girl, you huge.
Where did they find this Amazon? You know. I was. do you want me to be completely honest with you guys? Do you know what I think when I see something like that? I think if I mated with her, we'd have giant children. If I mated with her, our children would take over the world. That's just an
It's like
insight.
selective breeding
Yeah.
with horses.
Yeah, that's it.
Like people from Norway or something, and it was two chicks, and one of them was like normal size, but the other one was like really tall. But she was like beautiful and blonde and like Nordic, and I was just like, whoa, she's just cool. Like, you know, she was like taller than me and that, and just like her form was just like, you know, amazing.
Oh mate, I love the way you was going. Her form was amazing. If we had babies,
in a respectful way, you know.
Yeah.
It's just her form was.
I think if you had a son with her though, Drew, there's no
Her
chance
form
you'd be
was
disciplining him, was it? By the time we get to 13, you'd be like having
She
issues.
Thor.
Yeah. Do what I say, son. No father. No father. Dunk.
No father.
So yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, pie.
Yeah. So anyway, life of pie, mate.
Yeah,
Life of pie.
Pie is
High or
somewhere
bike?
that a lot of people
Go to a rice field. See
stuck
watch the
in.
sunset.
A lot of rice fields, a lot of waterfalls, a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I think there was a massive storm, like a bit. What was it? There was an actual like natural disaster in Cambodia. I think at the time that I was there.
That's that really good song, isn't it? There's a holiday in Cambodia. You know that punk song? I think I bet Jake. I bet Jake likes
rained
it.
a lot then. It makes sense.
Next time you
I'm
speak to
sure it
Jake,
does, yeah.
say, Jake, can you play me that song? Oh, to be honest, I'm talking like it's like 1990. You could just look it up on Spotify.
Can you play me that
Jake,
song,
can you
please?
show me the song? Can you dig out your old school cassette tapes that you've obviously been travelling with for years now? And on the other side, so you've got that old school punk song that's called Holiday in Cambodia. Yeah, it's just called Holiday in Cambodia. Look it up. You'd probably like it.
Oh, I'm sure I would. I would. But yeah, it rained a lot of the time that we were there. So we just sort of did like a lot of drinking, chilling out,
Nice.
like exploring on our bikes through the day, listening to a lot of Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Hell
Pie's
yeah,
actually
man.
Somewhere that people get stuck a lot. Like people call it the pie hole. Because, the idea is
Wasn't K there.
yeah, you fall in the pie hole and then you can't leave. And
The
if you
bloody
don't
pie
leave,
hole? Are you
every day.
kidding me?
Shut your pie hole.
I love that. They call it the pie
I
hole.
probably get stuck in the pie hole, I reckon.
Drew,
By the sounds of it.
Drew loves getting stuck in the pie
That's
hole.
the word. I'm surprised I didn't. Honestly, it was one of my favourite places.
Yeah.
There was a woman there that we saw like semi regularly, and she would wear this like white dress that was all like very flowy.
You sure
and
she wasn't
bit
a ghost?
ghostly, right? And she's known as the Witch of Pie. And I can't remember how long she's been there, but someone said she'd been there for like 6 months. And just like every day that she's there, she's just like ridiculously high on shrooms. To the point where she's now just like lost touch with reality. So she just sort of like walks the streets and like can't really talk to people. I mean, this is what I've been told. And then we saw the same woman that is, the witch of pie. So that's what happens if you get stuck in the pie hole
She's just
for too long.
floating around like some ethereal being.
We should get her on the pod.
Yeah, try.
What's actually going on in your mind?
Got to catch a plane back there, man. Track her down. Get her on the pod.
I was really disappointed that I didn't get to speak to her while I was there, because I think she would have had some crazy stories. I mean, if she could actually communicate them.
About the multiverse.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh my god, it's a frog talking to me.
It's like you're watching
Seeing these different stuff.
It's like you're like watching a human turn into a wraith in real time.
That's what everyone was describing it like. They were saying that she was sort of like withering, but like, yeah, just also really.
You know, like on Lord of the Rings, where it's like Aragorn's explaining what the ring wraiths are to Frodo. He's like, neither living nor dead. They were once kings, great kings of men. Now they are wraiths, neither living nor dead.
The way that she was sort of getting described by like. But when I first heard about her before I saw her, it almost seemed like a legend. It almost seemed like when you'd go to like an old castle in England, they'd be like, yeah, the white woman that walks the halls at night. So then to then see her like actually walking around was pretty crazy. It felt like you were seeing like this myth that was being made in,
like you saw
in your own eyes. You know?
In real time.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine that that's going to be something that will pass on for like years and years to come. 20 years down the line, people will still be talking about the Witch of Pie.
Yeah.
And I'll have actually seen it.
Nice, man. That sounds freaking cool. But you managed to get out of pie.
Pretty cool.
You didn't fall into the hole.
I managed to get out of pie, and that was pretty much like most of my Thailand experience. I should mention as well, that whole like last period in Pai, I spent like a week in Pai and then went over to Chiang Mai for a bit and spent some time there with a group that we called the Wolf Pack.
Nice.
I'd say we called the Wolf Pack. They called it the Wolf Pack, and then I got added to the Wolf Pack because I met them like a day or two after they all met. But
nice.
They were really good friends. I got on really, really well with all of them. So shout out to them. I'm
cool,
sure
man.
I'll see some of them at some
shout
point
out
as well.
Wolf Pack. I like
Owl.
Yeah, when there was like a little branch of the NWO that broke off in WCW, and they called themselves the NWO Wolf Pack, and they differentiated themselves by, the normal NWO tops was like a black shirt when it said NWO in white, but then the Wolf Pack had it in red. Yeah, Wolf Pack.
Cool
mate.
story, little bro.
The frickin' Wolf Pack. Hey, that's big bro to you, young lady. All right, Jesus, frickin' whippersnapper.
I'm joking.
Our little version of that was we all got like matching bracelets that said Wolf Pack on them.
Nice, a bit more effeminate, but whatever.
It was very, very fun. Good times. And that was pretty much Thailand. Went over to... I should mention as well, actually. When I went to Chiang Mai, I went to an elephant sanctuary.
Nice.
And we walked with wild elephants, did some bamboo rafting. Again, there were some really annoying English guys from Newcastle.
Why, man?
Like, it was almost this weird, like... Why I?
Why, man? From like, the time?
It was really, magical to be walking with like elephants and being so close to them, and then at the same time you just had these like Newcastle lads all singing like Wheels on the Bus, and you were like,
in a Newcastle accent. Do you know what? I love that.
Score round and round, round and round, round and round.
Just like fully breaking your immersion, like your magical experience.
so much so.
I almost feel like it's like the antithesis of being in Thailand with elephants is for some reason a Newcastle accent, isn't it? Like
a Geordie singing Wheels on the Bus.
I love that story though. Great, that's great.
We've got
shout out to those Geordies.
Rip a tree out of the ground as well.
Mate, that's mad how strong they are, isn't it? Mad.
Yeah, we were literally walking like right beside it, like so close to them, and it just wrapped its trunk around the tree and just pulled it out of the ground like it was nothing.
I was
crazy.
So it's a bit like mental when you see like an elephant in real life, because like every now and again you'll like accidentally step on like a snail or a woodlouse and you feel a bit bad about it. It's mad being on the other end of that and being like, Well, but like be wary of its feet because if it accidentally just stood on me, I'd just be like broken like about 30 bones.
How often do you see elephants?
Well, not all the time. Obviously, like it's like sometimes you go like Noah's Ark Zoo farm in Bristol. You have elephants.
True, I love that farm.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like when you see him, you're like,
great,
whoa.
Yeah. I always feel bad for it. It's like alone, like a big thing.
No, there's several of them.
Yeah, but like it's like alone. Where's its other like family, like from Africa or wherever it's from?
Oh, you don't think there's enough of them there?
No,
I think there's about 3 or 4.
Just needs to be like.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because the compound seems pretty big, but I always think that, considering they're actually elephants, it must seem pretty small.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like if we were never allowed to leave this building.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think the Australia Zoo in it's near Brisbane, like Steve Irwin Zoo that I went to.
Oh, legendary. Rest in peace, Steve.
They have like the farm is like it's the biggest farm that I've ever seen. It's ridiculously big, but then the actual grounds outside of the farm are just like hectares. Like they have so much land for elephants to roam and all these other animals to roam, and they almost like the animals will almost like have a job, so they'll almost have a rota of like coming into the zoo for a day and like living in the zoo, and apart from that they just get to roam free, which is really cool.
That's awesome, a good way of doing it.
Awesome, man.
Isn't he like on Dancing with the Stars, or was?
Who?
His son.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin died when we were younger.
Well, yeah, but like the other one, yeah.
Exactly.
His son, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. What's his son called again? Can you remember?
Robert
Irwin. So,
yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, it's a massive deal.
Yeah, he's like a woo.
He's like a woo.
He's like a woo.
Oh, you like a bit of Robert Irwin?
he's and he can handle animals.
You're like, well, you are an animal. You are an animal, man.
What? No, he can dance. He can dance too. He can dance too.
Yeah.
He's really strong. Yeah.
He can dance and he can.
I can see him in him. I'm looking at a picture of him. I can definitely see.
Yeah, they look really.
Yeah, they look.
His dub's nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Irwin's like cool. Of mine and Drew's generation. Steve Irwin was like an A-class legend. Yeah. When he died, there was.
I remember. I was around.
Steve Irwin. Were you alive when he died?
I'm excited.
One of my. That's actually one of my first ever memories in life.
Serious.
Steve Irwin's death.
Mate, I was
like, remember
when
did he die?
I was a really little kid.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought he died a bit earlier than he must have done. If Bullwinkle remembers it.
Stingray to the heart, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like,
that's not nice.
Only 20 people or something like that have died by stingray in the entire history.
Out of all this, like literally, he like swam with sharks, like frequently, like sat on the back of like massive saltwater crocodiles and stuff.
Crazy.
And then the thing that killed him was like something you'd never think of. You know, crazy. He like
what was it? Does the sting? Well,
the sting went literally into his freaking heart, man. The stinger, like it was a freak accident. It went into him, went through his rib cage, slotted perfectly between his rib cage, and then pierced his heart right through, like a fencing sword, right through the freaking heart, mate.
Oh, that's sad.
Did it mean to do it to him? It like wanted to sting him.
Well, I guess so, but probably obviously didn't necessarily. It wasn't like trying to kill him. I doubt. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, you know what these animals are like. They'll just sort of like lash out, won't they, to defend themselves? And unfortunately, usually I guess it wouldn't have been a big deal. And just from that freak one-off, it like impaled his heart. Yeah.
Did he die like straight away? I can imagine. Pretty
sure, yeah. I think they like pulled him onto the boat and then he just died within like minutes. Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
But I remember it was almost like it was like the world was like mourning. I remember I heard it and I was like so sad because when I was like, even from like Evie's age, from probably between the age of like 5 and sort of like 13, like pretty much every single like weekend, I remember I'd get up at my parents' house and I'd just watch loads of like Nat Geo and like Animal Planet and stuff. And obviously he was like half the programs. But yeah, he would like.
Did you say it was 2006 he died?
Yeah, he like touched.
Yeah, I was 3 years old when he died.
Before I was born.
He'd like handle like the world's most venomous snakes and yeah, like always like wrangling like 18-foot saltwater crocodiles like no problem and like yeah, like
with such enthusiasm.
Yeah, he
was a wrangler since he was a little kid as well. I think he did his first one. Oh, this is a fact that I'm taking off the top of my head, so it might not be correct, but I think he was 9 when he got his first crocodile wrangled.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He must be literally like such a national hero in Australia. I was just thinking of that, obviously, like, I bet if you bring him up to like any Australian, they're like, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like who the equivalent would be in the UK, but I don't even know if there is an equivalent. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Bear Grylls.
David Attenborough.
Yeah,
David
maybe
Attenborough.
like Attenborough, yeah, but yeah, just like somebody that's like so revered and universally loved. But yeah, man, tell us. Moving on to yeah, sorry, go on.
It's cool that his family still like completely own the zoo. Like his wife is like the owner of it. Then his daughter is like CEO, I guess. She like runs the operation.
What's her name? Like Bindi or something?
Yeah,
something like that, isn't
she
it?
won Dancing with the Stars as well.
Did she?
So her and Robert Irwin have both won Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Man,
Because he did like a really like big lift and like a cool one that was going around as a TikTok trend.
That's so cool.
It's cool.
Natural dancers.
Cool family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll blast through my Australia trip for you guys as well.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Do it.
Since we're about halfway. So flew over to Australia and spent a week in Sydney just seeing all of this. But then it really began when I got over to Cairns, because I flew back up and I was going from north to south. Cairns is sort of like, well, it's Queensland. There's tons of spiders. It's where Daintree is, the rainforest. It's also where the Great Barrier Reef is.
Nice.
So my first couple of days I spent exploring like on this tour called Uncle Brian's Tour.
Nice. Good name.
Where you get to see crocodiles, you get to see platypus, loads of we saw golden orb weavers, which are massive spiders that have the strongest web out of any spider.
Are they the ones that like birds fly into the webs and they eat birds? I think they
That
might
wouldn't
be
surprise me.
Yeah, I think I might have
It's
heard
like rope. Like you can press against it and you can like fully push it back and it doesn't snap. It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure those are the spiders. I know there is some spiders. I think it's them that their webs are so strong that literally birds get trapped.
See, I hate spiders. They're so like annoying and useless.
Well, they eat a lot of pests, don't they? If it wasn't for
They're a pest. Can they eat themselves?
Yeah, but think about how many like flies and mosquitoes there are in summer, and then think about how many more there would be if like half of them weren't killed by spiders.
Yeah, but then can like spiders also eat other spiders? Cause there's less
some of them
spiders.
do. Some of them are literally
All I know is
cannibalistic spiders.
like women ones eat men ones.
You know the daddy long leg spiders in the UK?
Yeah.
They're very cannibalistic. So they will eat other
So
spiders.
if I like put like 10 of them in like a jar together, they'd eat.
Yeah, so they.
Oh, that'd be fun to watch.
It's one of the reasons they've got such small bodies and such long legs.
Psycho.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why those spiders have such small bodies and such long legs, because it's all like they work on like leverage, so that they basically like they'll get at the spiders and the other spiders' legs can't reach them, so they'll spin them up in a web, like before the other spider can.
I hate that.
That's something I can imagine you would have done back in the day.
Oh no, those days are
Daddy long legs in a jar.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
The problem is catching them. It's catching the daddy long legs that would be the problem. I won't be able to do that.
Oh, it's not that'd be easy.
No, but I'm too scared of spiders. I don't like them being near me at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever pulled the wings off a fly?
No. My brother's decapitated one before.
And then watched it crawl around. Unable to fly.
You'll never fly again. Walk. You're now a walk.
Walk now.
You were a fly, now you're a walk.
A walking raisin.
Hello, walking raisin. How are you?
What the hell?
You've entered our dystopian nightmare.
My brother likes to decapitate flies with his window in his car.
That's mental.
His face just froze. Just froze like.
Oh my lord! Right, yeah. So you were saying golden orb weavers, sorry.
Yeah, crocodiles, platypus, which are one of my favourite animals. Sweat milk, they do.
Yeah, I remember. Don't worry, man. I remember that platypus is one of your favourite animals.
Platypus.
We've chatted many a time about the wonders of a platypi.
Very weird animal. Yeah, so we did Uncle Brian's Tour, where you do like a ton of just like waterfalls, wild swims, like all stuff like that. Which was really good. I met like a couple of friends, Soph and Emma, that I ended up like at this point going down the East Coast. You're all going the same way at the same time, so you just bump into people like everywhere you go. It's the most popular I've ever felt, because each place you go to, you'll walk down the street and just see 3 different people that you've met in different places.
It's intriguing in a way, isn't it, that there's just people travelling from, I imagine, like all over the world, and you just see them. So like, where are these young ladies from?
They're both English, but the amount of the 3 nationalities that you'll see over here more than anyone else, at least while travelling, is English, German, and Dutch.
Really?
They're the 3 that you see everywhere. You never really see any Spanish. in the odd place, there's like French, but French seem to, for some reason, stick to one place. Like if you go to Brisbane, there'll be tons of French people.
All right.
But there's just not really in like.
Whereabouts in the UK are your friends from? Do you know?
One was from London, one was from Manchester.
Oh, okay, cool. So I just find it interesting. Yeah. So yeah, you were saying.
So it's been interesting, like seeing the north and southern divide.
Yeah.
While travelling, I've been hanging out with a lot of southern people and a lot of northern people too, and it's funny the cultural differences you see.
I remember Jake touching a little bit on that when he was on the pod last. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Irish and stuff over here as well. You meet so many different people while you're travelling. Not many Americans. I guess it's quite far for them at this point. Well, far for us too. I guess.
Yeah.
But then I guess we get a better deal with like we don't have to do like rural work or anything. Anyway, I'm waffling.
They're Commonwealth. They're Commonwealth, just like us.
Yeah. Cairns was a big like party destination. We were staying in a hostel called Gilligan's, and this was the most like hell experience of a hostel that I've ever been in.
Serious?
So we were staying in room 237, I believe. I think it was 237. I hope it was, because people will be able to verify that. I'm sure. If
he can't remember which foot he cut, but he remembers that room.
That's how bad the room was. Yeah, it was directly on top of the club, so all night, every night, until 3 a.m, the entire room would shake like an earthquake. So it was just on top of this like subwoofers. Wow. So like the entire room would just shake. It was insane. Like the toilet would be rattling. So we essentially were forced to go out every night until like 3 a.m. for the entire of the time that I was in Cairns, because you weren't going to sleep. Like you had to go out and party or whatever. So did a whole lot of that. Was very hungover. I went and did some whitewater rafting while I was there, and this was on after like probably our heaviest night of drinking, so I was really hungover, and I turn up to this whitewater rafting that isn't really an activity I want to do when I'm really hungover anyway, and I'm the only English person there. But not just that, I'm the only like European person there, so no one even speaks English. It was all just like Japanese and Chinese, but all very like native to Japan and China. Like they didn't really speak any English, and the group that I got put in was also just all Japanese and Chinese, apart from the like instructor that was telling us what to do. So for the entire trip, she was like telling us like how to paddle and like explain it to us, and none of the other people on the raft understood what she was saying. So she was just talking to me, and I was really hungover, like trying to make conversation with her, but also like not really being with it. But the only time that everyone would like make a noise on the boat was every time you'd go down like a really steep drop on the whitewater raft. Everyone would stand up and go, "Whoa!" and then sit back down after.
Great.
Entertaining, then.
Yeah.
It was actually very funny. It was a really, really funny experience. One of the like kids fell out of the whitewater raft.
Oh no!
Which was really sketchy, because they fell out on one of the main drops, and they must have been like getting bashed around into rocks and stuff, because it was really strong currents.
Savage, man.
I mean, I think they lived. They got back on the boat, but
samurai.
You know, I don't. Yeah,
how'd they get them back on the boat? Did they have to just like get the boat over to him and pull him back in?
Yeah, you just pull them back up. Like at one point, they told us to swim, but no one else did it. She was like, "Oh, do you guys?"
Because they couldn't understand what they said. Swim. And they were just there like, oh, yeah.
No, I think that's what happened. He was like explaining, like, "Oh, you guys can get out here and like experience what it's like in the water if you want." And I didn't really want it because I was really hanging. But then because no one else did, I was like, I kind of have to. I kind of just to get. Otherwise, it's really awkward.
Yeah.
You know? So then I had to get in the water. So I'm like floating down the river while all the watching me in the boat.
Oh man!
Just to like isolate you even more. You're the only one who's getting watched by all these.
Just bobbing.
They probably just thought you just randomly jumped out of the boat.
They're like, that guy is
why is he getting out of the boat? What's he doing?
That guy is so crazy.
Yeah, so that was one of my weirdest hangover experiences that I've ever had.
Nice, man. Sounds like a good time. In hindsight,
it was really funny once it was done. I think there was a point at the time where I was like trying to stay awake. And I was like, I really wish I was in bed.
Yeah.
So after Cairns, I headed over and did the Great Barrier Reef, where of course by this point I was dive regulated. I had my license. So I went out on a boat for 3 days and did 11 dives in those 3 days, which was a lot of diving. They take you out for about 4 hours just into the Great Barrier Reef, to the point where there's no other boats around. Like, for as far as you can see, there's not a single other boat. There's no light pollution. Going down there, the visibility is crazy. Like, we were seeing like pretty big sharks. One of the coolest things we saw was on the first night dive, which the night dives are sketchy in themselves anyway, because it turns to night time and it's obviously feeding time for a lot of the sharks.
Yeah, and also just in general, the wildlife is a bit different. You know, there are like sort of like daytime fish and nighttime fish and stuff. So it's like a lot of the creepy stuff comes out at night.
Also, the ocean's really dark.
Well, yeah.
So dark, because you just go down with little flashlights, but like obviously you're not chained to anyone. You can go explore by yourself. So there'll be points where you're not really with anyone. Like, you buddy up in little packs, and it's really good as well because our people that we did it with were sort of telling us to not go with guides. They wanted us to just go down by ourselves and figure it out. So we just went down in a little pack with compasses, had to like figure out our way to the dive site and then our way back.
That's pretty cool, man.
And it made it like way more of a like independent experience.
SAS mission.
Exactly. And the first day when we're suited up for the night dive, you can see all the sharks like going around in the water, like hunting, and we have to then dive into them.
Do you know what sort of sharks they were, or?
Just like reef sharks, like white tips and black tips.
Still, man killers. Man killers.
Yeah, if you piss one off, for sure, man.
Yeah, like a lot of people have been killed by white tip sharks, man. And I think to a lesser extent, black tip sharks as well, yeah.
We didn't see, to be fair, like many big ones. Like, they're all just kind of like, none that could have killed you. I wanted to see some that could.
What, like sort of like man-sized? Man-sized ones, like 5-6 foot?
Not even that.
Really?
Not even that, man. Like, yeah, sort of. Don't know how much of
not
it
like the shark that I caught when I was out in the
probably
midst
like that. Can you
of
see
the
my
next
hand?
season.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing that was too crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the craziest things we did see was on that night dive there, where we went down, and underneath this cave, there's this turtle called, I think it was called Barry.
Right.
It's as big as a car.
Wow.
It's like a
leatherback
turtle.
Is it like a leatherback turtle?
What size car? There's a lot of different sizes.
Whatever the biggest.
Leatherback turtle, yeah. Leatherback turtles are the biggest in the world.
It goes to this one cave every single night and like parks itself like a car in a garage.
Yeah.
And you go down and it's genuinely as big as the Fago was, as big as my little.
Mate, I can't remember how heavy they get, but it's insane. It's like insane. I'm gonna look at like it's like 200 kilos or something. Like it's like mad. Like
it was more, that to me was more mind blowing than the size of the elephant, because the elephants felt like
you sort of expecting it
proportion to what I expect.
Yeah.
But
Man, listen to this.
Just ridiculous.
A leatherback turtle, man, this is actually mad. Can vary in leatherback turtle weight ranges between 225 to 900 kilos.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
Think like I'm like 100 kilos, so think even like a small one is like way over twice my weight, and a big one could be 9 times my weight. That's mad. That's insane.
I genuinely reckon it would have been like, it would have been like on the higher end of that.
Yeah,
it was massive.
That's insane.
I can't even describe how big it was. It was crazy.
Yeah, I bet your Fago can't be much more than 900k. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely not.
No,
definitely not.
In fact,
definitely
like definitely
way more than Fago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the other cool thing I saw was this big giant moray eel.
Oh, nice.
Which came out at night time.
They can have your hand off.
And I sort of discovered this. They were massive. The one I saw, I reckon, was about 2 meters long. Like, taller than me.
Quite like girthy as well. What do you reckon? Probably like about that? Like girthy wise?
Yeah, massive head. Massive head. And like just looks evil as well. Like obviously it just looks like a sea serpent.
They're not like pleasant looking
the sort
creatures,
of thing you would hear in an old like pirate's tale.
Yeah.
And I was sort of like exploring around one of the corals, kind of by myself. I was with other people, like we were all buddied up, but I just sort of like turned to see what was on this coral, and this giant moray was like fighting off this other big golden trevally, and then it sort of like wrapped itself between me, like underneath my legs, and went and perched on this rock where it was like coiled around this rock, and it was just looking at me, just going.
So aggressive. So aggressive.
And it was really creepy, but it felt like one of the coolest things I'd ever seen, like nature-wise, you know?
Yeah, it's like giving you a warning, like don't come closer. If you come closer,
not actually biting you, but giving you the warning snaps.
I'm going to give you some lifelong scars.
The warning snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide your giblets. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a creepy. That felt like a proper sea monster.
Yeah.
Which was cool, especially like at night time, because you're not allowed to like point the lights actually at them, so you kind of have to like rotate the torch round and like flick it in different directions.
I guess because they're designed like evolved to live in the dark. If you did, it could like blind them or something.
Yeah, and like especially all of the little fish, they hide at night because the bigger fish hunt, and the bigger fish are intelligent enough to actually swim with you. So when you go down at night time, all of the golden trevallies and I can't think what the other breeds were that would go down with
Golden
you.
trevallies. That sounds cool. I've never seen one of those.
Just look it up.
They were really cool. The parrotfish were some of my favourites as well. They were like coral eaters, the parrotfish, but they looked
Very
like.
bright.
Did you ever read the book of the Rainbow Fish? That's what,
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it. Are they the ones that have like almost got like because they have to bite through the coral? They've almost got like their teeth are a bit like a horse's teeth, and it's like they're actually you have to be careful because if you put your finger in where they have to like bite through coral, it could like bite your finger off, sort of thing.
You can hear them because like the sound is very different underwater. You can hear them chew it like when they bite into the coral because they just like ram into the coral, and you can hear the crunch. Yeah,
That's
it's crazy. And the other ones that are a bit like that are the triggerfish.
Right.
They've got like they look a bit like SpongeBob. They've got two big buck teeth, quite ugly fish, but they're really aggressive.
That's
So
mad.
if you see them, you've got to sort of like swim away because they will just come and bite you.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Golden
Yeah,
trevally.
so that was some of the coolest things I saw. Also on the dive boat, like because we were in the middle of nowhere, at night time we asked the boat people to turn the lights off so we could just sit and stargaze, and you could see the full Milky Way in the sky because there's no light pollution anywhere near you. You can see, it's the craziest night sky I've ever seen. There was like every couple minutes you would see like loads of shooting stars.
That's sick.
And we just sat there for ages just watching the stars and like telling little stories and ghost stories and stuff on the boat, which was really cool.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, nice. And my dad was saying we just went over to France to pick all his fishing gear up, and he was in the Navy, and he said exactly the same thing about being out. I said, what was like the most crazy thing about being like right out in the middle of the ocean, you know, when you're just miles away from anywhere? And he was like, going up on deck and just watching the stars with no light pollution like that. And he was saying that it was just like shooting star after shooting star, like you see so many more. So that sounds so cool. I'd love to experience that at some point.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that they must always be going on because as soon as you get like a night sky that clear, they're just everywhere.
It's making me want to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Or just buy a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's cheaper?
Definitely feel like I need to. I think the three things that I know I love from traveling is fire, water, and stars.
Yeah.
Those are the three.
Oh, that's a dope three things, man. Fire, water, and stars. It's very
It's really
primal.
So good.
It's cool that you've like being like hanging out with Jake and that a little bit as well, man. It's like, is it like quite? I bet Jake's really liking it in a way, just like suddenly having like one of his brothers just in Australia with him.
Yeah, it's been really fun. It's been a different kind of experience as well because obviously for the whole time that I've been an adult, Jake's kind of been in different places, whether it be Scotland or Australia.
Yeah.
So we've never really got to like go out and party or drink or go to like little events together.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like get to go and do that all the time. Like the other night we went to a hardcore punk night.
Nice.
Which was do you know the band Speed?
Rings a bell. I'm not massively into
we went
punk.
to go see Speed. Yeah, so that was like, it was cool. It's not necessarily my scene, but it was cool to get to go do that. Yeah. And we've been to like loads of different pubs and listen to live music and stuff.
I think I saw that on Jake's stories actually. I think it was like a picture of like the band playing, and then afterwards it was like one of you and him with like some pints, and one of you had like some glasses on, and you both were like smoking a fag. Like,
Yeah.
And I thought that looked like quite a nice little party.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of that at the moment. I mean, it's definitely not something I can afford right now, but it's been nice to like celebrate Christmas over here, even though it doesn't actually feel like it with the weather.
Are you guys gonna spend Christmas together, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, man.
I think the main like goal of Christmas that everyone does when they're backpacking here is go to the beaches and
Barbie on the beach,
Shrimp and Barbie.
Yeah, have a barbie.
Have you learned to
Have
surf?
a couple drinks, and then I've not yet. No, I need to do a surf camp at some point. But I feel
That'd
like
be cool.
I've got a year here, so it'll be cool to like save some things for later
True.
on. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's cool that you went and saw Metallica with Jake and that as well, and AC/DC.
Yeah, there's so many bands over here. Like, I guess being in a major city, or even like Melbourne has so many as well. Like, it's gonna make me so broke because there's just so many bands that I want to go and see. Metallica was insane. AC/DC. I would have loved to go see Oasis. And I just think like all the time there's gonna constantly be bands and concerts popping up that I should be going to, but it's like I've kind of got to pick and choose which ones I can actually make at the moment.
Yeah, because in Australia, one of those places, like the economy's really good, but at the same time, like there are a lot of things in Australia that are like more expensive than the UK. Like, you know how like in the UK, just because of our farmland and stuff, like eggs are really cheap, but apparently like eggs in Australia are like really expensive and things like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some other things that are. There's a lot of like things that you wouldn't expect. I mean, I guess the main one that comes to mind is just alcohol. I think a lot of people call New South Wales the nanny state because they sort of take away a lot of things like that and raise the price so much. Like to go and get, like, you'll pay probably 11 quid for a beer on like in a pub.
Mate, that is insane.
I thought 5 or 6 quid was a lot.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, if you were going to go for like a pint, it would be like $20-something.
Man, that's madness, dude. That's madness.
I think Jake bought 2 shots of tequila the other day, and it came up to like $38, which is about £19 each.
That's insane,
for a single shot of tequila.
That's insane.
It's madness.
That makes you not be an alcoholic, doesn't it?
Does it feel like you've been away for 3 months, like, you know, or does it seem like a shorter amount of time, or
that
what?
sounds like a lot in 3 months.
Yeah.
Like everything you said, it's like, God, that is so much stuff.
I guess it's different though, isn't it? Because when you're like traveling like that, it's not like, do you know what I mean? When you're like just sort of living life at home, to an extent, you're sort of like going through the motions of just like work and then whatever. Do you know what I mean? But it's like when you're like traveling, I guess it's like every day you've got a sort of a mission, like a different mission in mind.
No boring day.
Exactly. It's a little bit of a paradox, to be honest, because in one hand, it does feel like I've been out here for ages, and then on the other hand, it feels like it was only a week ago that I left. You know, and I don't even know which one feels accurate to me. They both kind of do. I think, like you were saying, Cal, the pace of life over here is a lot quicker. So it's sort of, you know how we've spoken before, how you kind of want to live your life on like a level, just being pretty steady all the time, not too many highs and massive lows, right? I think because you're constantly doing stuff, it is a little bit more erratic of highs and lows.
Right.
Like, I think, and don't get me wrong, I've had the best time. I wouldn't change it for anything. And to be honest, we've not even got to like the end of my travels. Like even that, we're probably 2 weeks into my Australia travels, which then went on for another 5 weeks of like just full on traveling and exploring. So we're not even like, we're only scratching the surface really.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times within that where you have a down day or even like a down couple of hours and then you bounce back, or there's times where you feel really lonely, but then there's also times where you feel like you could do it forever. You know, I think that's one of the things that people don't really see when you're putting up photos or people are talking about their travels, is that there is a lot of stress involved.
Challenges as well.
Exactly. I think that's one of the things that I was most anticipating and most, in a way, excited for, was the travels of like, because this isn't just my first time traveling, it's also my first time sort of being out in the world, and like this is my first rent that I've ever got and the first time I've moved out of my house.
Yeah, mate, I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, no, of course, like you've never even like moved out of your parents' house, you know?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of like stresses and
feeling out
process,
process,
like trying to find a house in a city that's like really busy and has a housing crisis, and currently trying to find a job. Like I got offered a job the other day, like little casual thing to do alongside all of the radio stuff, obviously. And even then, like after I got offered the job, there's now like no induction. So I've still got to try and go and hand out more CVs and find more places. So there's a lot of highs and lows. And I think that's something that should be touched on more, is that it's not all just like good times all the time. You know, it has its moments, but the good times are so good that for me, it makes it worth it, you know?
Highs and lows and in-betweens.
That's it. That's it, man. That's exactly what it's been.
What do you think that how much has this like changed like your view of like your life and the world? Do you think, is it one of those things where you think that when October comes, are you thinking, right, you're probably just going to come back to the UK, sort of like live back in the UK for a while, or is it one of those things? Has it made you like reevaluate your life? Like, do you think you're going to want to live in the UK in the long run, or do you think actually I'd quite like to live in Australia, or maybe even like in a year go and do travel around like America or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, how has that affected your view?
It's a really good question. I sort of want to think about what my answer will be. I guess I sort of touched on this a little bit in the article that I was writing for our Christmas magazine.
Mate, some very wise quotes in that, by the way. I thought it was like making me laugh reading it, but like in a good way. I wasn't not because I was like laughing at you, but I was almost like, do you know what? This is like some wise statements. Every creature.
See, he really is Winkleman.
That's what I think that's one of the reasons why I said you're big John Winkleman. Every creature you see reminds you of your place in the world. I've lost count of the number of friendships that started with nothing more than a smile and a hello. Honestly, most people are just waiting for someone else to make the first move. And once you do,
this is why
you
we
never know what can unfold.
That is why we said
Bullwinkle. See, I mean, there's some of these things. I was like, man, this is great. I've got it on my phone. That's how much I liked it.
Quote Nathaniel 2025.
Yeah, that'll be in a philosophy book one day, mate, alongside Seneca and
maybe that's what I should work on.
Yeah.
Create a book of just quotes.
But yeah, sorry, but you go back to what you were saying anyway, man, about how you want to be careful with what you're saying and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think you come out here sort of looking to improve yourself. I mean, as you always should, you're looking to improve yourself, and you're sort of looking for these big epiphanies and takeaways that are going to change your life. And I think one of the big ones, or the major one that I had, was that maybe I didn't need to search for that so much. You know, I think
I agree.
I've been constantly looking, as everyone sort of does, to be like, right, what's the big lesson that needs to be learnt in life? And I actually think the one thing that I've learnt from traveling is just live.
Yeah.
You know, just get out there, wake up, and make the most out of your day. And that's probably what's changed me the most, and will continue to change me the most, is I want to just make each day worth it and make the most out of each day.
Yeah.
And
it's a good takeaway, man.
Yeah, really just live and not try and think and worry too much. You know, I think there's a lot of overthinking done in our day-to-day life where we're panicking about, maybe I need to do this differently. Maybe I do need to do this differently. If you can take away that worry and just enjoy what is in front of you and enjoy the opportunities that you actually have, I think it makes life a much more enjoyable experience as a whole.
Wise Winkleman.
I think that's wise words, man. Yeah, I think that maybe like 45 years ago, for whatever reason, they were almost like this culture grew, and I think it's been around ever since, through the various generations that have come since. And it's almost like this whole like soul searching, finding who you are and stuff. And it's like, I think the whole concept of that really is like weird, isn't it? It's like, you are who you are. You don't need to find yourself because you've always been here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just are you.
Word.
Do you know what I mean? Word to your mum. Word to your mother.
What'd you say about my mom?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. You just start, just are who you are, aren't you? You know? It's
a refreshing thing to know. It's a refreshing thing to know that you can just like I was speaking to one of my friends before I left, and he was like, next time I see you, you're going to be 24, which is crazy. And
Big John Winkleman.
He's really going to be Big John Winkleman.
We were chatting about like, it will be interesting to see if I have changed at all by the time I get back, because it is a long period of life to be away from. But I don't think I will, because I think your core values are what makes you a person. And I think if anything, you'll just come back a bit truer to that, you know? Maybe a more...
with some amazing experiences.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, with stories to tell.
With a diving license. Yeah.
With a driving license, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The travelling version of a driving license.
So do you, So do you think that when you come back in October, I mean, to be honest, man, I mean, this is a pretty loaded question, obviously, because you might not have even like made your mind up. Do you think that when you come back to the UK, you will like just chill in the UK again for a while, live in the UK for a while? Or do you think that you will probably start looking almost like, oh yeah, like looking for the first opportunity to go back to Australia or go somewhere else? Or what do you reckon? Or do you think it's just too early to say at this stage?
I mean, I'll definitely do more travelling, don't get me wrong. Like, even just that month little period in Thailand that I got, it opened your eyes to how much more of the world out there is to see. Like, a lot of the people I met and made friends with while I was in Thailand were doing Cambodia, Laos, Philippines, Indonesia. Vietnam is like number one of my list to go and see right now. And the fact that you can just tick all of those off in a row and do it with people, like pretty much all the people that I know and met in Thailand are still traveling Southeast Asia now, and they're all bumping into each other. All the different people that I met in different places are bumping into each other and making friends, and it's just such a communal experience. Like, I would say the East Asian travels is something that everyone should do at some point, because it's just it's just an amazing, wonderful experience, you know. So I definitely want to do more of that. Like, I'd love to tick off that sort of pathway of I think they call it the banana pancake route.
Nice.
Maybe.
Nice.
Don't
banana
know why
pancake,
they call it
that's
that,
cool.
but I think that's what they call it.
Right.
So I'd love to do that, and I mean, as years go on, I'm sure I'm going to want to do like South America and even Africa at some point. But I feel like you sort of build your way up to those. I feel like in my head you have Europe, America, Australia.
Well, yeah, because they're the West still, aren't they? They speak the same language.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The other things about Australia as well, I mean, I don't know if you've been doing any driving, but obviously they even like drive on the same side of the road as us and everything. It's like exactly, it's like the culture is so similar. They love rugby, they love cricket, they love fish and chips. They drive on the same side of the road, they speak the same language, but the only difference is
they also have the same like royalty and all that. Commonwealth.
Yeah, but the only difference is obviously is like the climate and the wildlife could like not be more different. But other than that, it's like pretty similar.
Different side of the indicator though.
That's weird.
Maybe that's why my friend's indicator's on that side.
What?
My friend.
It's a mind-boggling like thing to get your head around. Like, because I did quite a bit of driving on like Fraser Island and Magnetic Island, and the indicator and the windscreen wipers are
switched
on the sides,
just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
That's a very, very
My
odd.
friend's learning to drive, and she's got a car with her indicators on the complete opposite side, and it's always really confusing in her instructor's car
She's got,
versus
like,
her
some
car.
imported
So
car.
maybe she's got an Australian car.
That car's done some mileage, man.
Oh, I've got to tell her.
Do you know what? That seems so strange to me, though, because obviously the car manufacturers would have to, like, you'd think that'd be a ball ache for the manufacturer, because they're obviously then going to have to switch, like, it for the individual countries, where you'd think that they'd just be like, well, no, like, you know, you either make a right-handed car or a left-handed car. Do you know what I mean? Depending on whether it's in like Europe and America or in like the UK and Australia, or whatever, you know. Yeah, so that's
also
really bizarre.
not many manual cars here. Pretty much all automatic.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah, drive a ute, and they call their pickups the utes.
Ute, mate?
A
It's
yacht?
a ute. A utility vehicle. It's a
I
ute.
can't do the accent.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. Don't worry about it, mate.
I haven't heard you said he's been sounding Australian. He doesn't sound Australian to me.
No, he doesn't. No,
Maybe he's putting it on.
I think that was that one. There was that
I'm talking to.
There was that one voice message you sent me, man, and you sounded like just a little bit Australian. And then I've been thinking actually since that you haven't really been sounding Australian.
I've been waiting to listening to everything he's saying. Like, is it Australian?
But I didn't know if you I made you feel self-conscious about it, so you made a deliberate attempt not to sound Australian.
No, there's been no deliberate attempts either side.
Either way.
Really. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm hanging out with less Australians now.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with probably more English people. Like,
who are the people
my
you're
brother
living with? Are they English or Australian or?
2 English, 2 Asian.
Oh, nice. Where are the Asian guys from?
I don't actually know. I'll be honest. I don't
Well,
know
fair
where the
enough.
English guys are from.
Fair
to be
enough.
Honest. I just know.
You just sort of keep yourself to yourself.
At the moment, I'm sure we'll talk more as time goes on. I can give you guys an update. But,
Nice,
yeah, for
man.
now, I'm not really sure.
What have you got on for the rest of the week, dude?
I think we might be doing the 12 pubs of Christmas at some point.
That sounds like the most Australian thing ever. Oh, mate, do you want to go do the 12 pubs of Christmas?
think it's Irish.
Oh, is it?
I think that's what I've been told. Yeah, I don't actually know the rules behind it. I mean, I say we're doing it. I'm trying to organise this and trying to get people to come.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. But I'm sure we'll probably have some sort of like pub night where we just go to a bunch of bars and stuff, and I don't know, wear Christmas stuff.
Nice, man. How close is Jake to you? Like, how far away does he live?
Pretty far. Like, it's pretty brutal for him whenever he comes into the city to meet me, because where he is, there's not a whole lot going on. Like, it's beautiful. He lives in the northern suburbs, which you have to get a ferry across to go to, and it is really, really nice. That kettle going off in the background.
I have no
What is
idea.
that sound?
It sounds like a kettle, but I have
Sounds
no
like
idea.
an alien to me.
Dude, I think something's happening on mine.
It sounds like an alien.
What the hell?
What?
Oh yeah, so it's oh, it's Drew.
It's an alien. It's an alien.
Drew's getting infiltrated by an alien. That's what it is. Oh my god, that's so funny. I was wondering, I was like, who's that then?
Yeah.
And I was like, Drew's being infiltrated by aliens. What's even going on there, man?
Has he put a voice filter on by accident?
I think I accidentally tried to call you on WhatsApp, Calum, and now it's like
You accidentally tried to call me on WhatsApp. That's so funny, man. Oh yeah, I got a missed call from you. Oh yeah, what? And it's like just like stuck on it now.
and it's like, and it's like completely flipping it for you.
Mate, you so that is so funny, man. It's alright, we're gonna wrap up in a minute anyway, so don't worry about it
That's
too
so
much,
funny.
man. And we can actually understand what you're saying, even if you sound like you're a bit of like an underwater alien, so that's cool.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so sorry, Bullwinkle, you were saying about how Jake lives in this beautiful place, but on the suburbs and that.
Yeah, so like when we, for example, we went to Bondi on Friday night, and we were out till like probably 4 a.m. And then I think he said he got back at like 6:45.
Oh.
It took him like 2 and a bit hours to get home.
No,
so I think he just stayed out and watched like the sunrise on the beach.
Oh, nice,
which
man.
isn't too bad.
Nice. Oh yeah, well, it sounds like, if you're gonna pull an all-nighter, that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it.
Sure.
Oh, nice, man. Well, it's been lovely to talk to you, Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me. If you ever guys, if you do want a part 2, I've still got about half of my story.
Your PowerPoint presentation is only halfway through.
Yeah.
Mate, no, definitely. Let's just do like another one in like January or something.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Catch up every couple months.
Yeah, but 100%.
What's he been doing?
Yeah, it'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it?
Sounds like you've had an amazing time.
You've got to like show him what he sounds like.
He can probably hear himself. You can't hear it, Drew.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Yeah, Drew, you sound hilarious, man. You literally sound like, when like you're,
wait, I'll put it in the group chat.
when you put like when you're a kid, you can buy like one of those like masks or something, or then as you got older, there's like the little things online where you can like ring people and put a weird like alien noise filter on or whatever. It sounds like that. It sounds like that, mate. It's freaking hilarious.
Somehow getting worse.
I put it on the group chat so you'll be able to hear that.
Nice, yeah, Drew. Emma put it on
Like a little
voice.
voice.
I love that. Like this is like the parting words between you and Drew for months. Will just be like this.
That's actually, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, man. What else would you expect, to be honest with you, man? But yeah, dude. Well, we'll leave you to it because it must be pretty late there now.
Yeah, man, we're coming up to midnight.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, man, thanks for chatting to us, dude. We'll catch up soon. I'm sure I'll speak to you within the next couple of days or whatever anyway, but as this is probably the last time I'll see you in person, have a lovely Christmas. And yeah, man, speak to you soon. Everyone, if you want to follow Bullwinkle's adventures, check out True Stewart. Check out Travel Tapes on AW Radio. Just type in, AW Radio, Aspen Waite Radio, find our website, or you can also listen to us on DAB in some parts of the UK. You can also download our AW Radio app, and listen to Travel Tapes and just basically the rest of our shows as well, because
We're amazing.
Because we're amazing, yeah. But yeah, have a good rest of your week, everybody. We'll be back same time, same place next week. We love you. If you don't already, give us a follow on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. Just type in Pandora's Box Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate it. We love you. See you next time.
Bye-bye.